Let me set off the timer here.
You know, John, you don't need to check your IG when you're the original OG.
Oh, when you're OG, you don't need to check your IG. I like that. That's actually well played, sir. You're just calling me old, but I'll take it.
Hey, I mean, you know.
Who called you old?
I can't say. Look, I'm turning 50. It doesn't matter how fit I am. It doesn't. The fact is, I'm turning 50. I just got to live with it.
50 is not old.
Well, you know what? I don't feel that way now, but I had to be honest with myself because when I was a kid, I think I was around 12 or 13 years old, and I was contemplating, when are you old? And I said 50. And so I've got to own it and honor it now.
That's not fair. I thought when I was like 12, I thought 30-year-olds were old. Never mind.
Old is when you start being
30-year-olds
fun.
are super old.
Yeah.
Wow, Josh, thanks.
Wow, thank you.
Wait, what did he say?
I appreciate you so much.
All of us are? Is that what he said?
No,
Yeah.
it's-
Said
30. Yeah,
30-year-olds.
technically, he said, yeah, we're all.
Well, look, there's only one of us here with a gray beard, so Terry is definitely old. But
If anybody's old, just kidding. Oh shoot.
Bang.
we'll be close to on time tonight. I might be a minute or two late here. I'm still figuring all this stuff out.
I did already post it.
You post.
Oh, what is this?
Just my post for today. I was really worried that I didn't save it for later, and I didn't save it for later because I posted it.
Oh, we are live, John?
Yeah, we should be live on audio.
Yep, we are.
Yep.
Live.
Hi guys.
They can't see you, but they can hear
Oh, there
you.
it is. I see it. Okie dokie.
Yeah, don't mess with me, Vivi. Come on. I have enough tech issues.
Dark mode on Twitch, game changer.
So
Oh, yes.
I don't know how you've been doing Twitch with I
didn't know you weren't
idea.
using
I honestly had zero idea, and then Evelyn put a screenshot of her setup in our group chat. I was like, "Wait a minute, how did she do that? Why isn't it in dark mode? I want dark mode."
Everything I do is dark mode. I've got O365 dark mode, all of it. All right. Hello, good to see you, Amanda.
Say what?
Oh wait.
All right, I'm gonna go grab my other mic and my coffee. I'll be right.
Okay. Love you, John.
I'm getting a haircut next Tuesday.
What are you
Yeah.
doing to it, Terry?
I don't know, but I know
Can't make
I know it's going blue.
Whoa.
So you're gonna get your hair trimmed because you can't get it cut and get it dyed. Like
Yeah,
you're
you
gonna
can.
get it trimmed. And
No,
get
you
it
can
dyed.
get it. You can get it
You
cut
can
and
cut it.
dyed.
Yeah, but then there's not much hair left.
What? I'm not
Says
that
who?
bald.
You're
Damn.
pretty bald.
You know, like if I take too much off. I think that's a compliment and a slam at the same time.
I feel like it was.
I hope that I have as much hair as you do when I'm your age, Terry.
I haven't had a haircut since December.
Yeah, mine does not grow that fast.
Mine grows pretty fast, but it's only because I'm 12. And I'm terrified.
Where is my chat?
No, you're terrified.
Love it.
You guys want a great, amazing dub that is just the greatest thing in the entire world? Look up on YouTube Beavis and Butthead Zelda movie.
You
And
never
it's-
watched Beavis and Butthead?
Well, I did watch Beavis
He's
and Butthead,
12.
but
All right.
but
I watched that when I was in
amazing
elementary
dub
school,
done
too.
From the newest Beavis and Butthead movie, on top of the like super old Zelda movie, or
Isn't that movie made before you were born?
yes, yes, both of
John,
these.
Yes.
so I'm still working on my setup because my computer is a potato, so Tailspire is super slow for me, just FYI, and it lags everything.
Oh,
so
I have to invite
I'm
all
in-
of you. I forgot
Sorry?
that. Yes. Okay, hang on.
I'm
I have
already
to-
in.
I have to open it.
Wait,
Yeah, I
Tailspire?
have to, but if I open it, it's like
Yeah.
it slows everything. Like I sent Evelyn a video of how like laggy it was. And
All right.
I don't know if it's
so.
even
So
worse.
look, Vivi, we're gonna do a Kickstarter for you, or maybe just a.
Okay, Kickstarter to get me.
yeah,
well,
yeah,
No,
or-
my
or-
friends built me this computer, so they're gonna fix it up. For
Yeah,
me,
we
so I
got to
don't-
get
it's
you a
not-
decent PC. You can't even run it in the lowest res.
No, trust me. I sent that. Evelyn sent the video that I sent to him. Like it was terrible. Like it was so.
It was a little bit
terrible.
like this.
Terrible. Chuckle.
Chuckle.
Chuckle, chuckle.
All right, you are all
Like
being
that.
summoned. If you cannot join Spicy Ramen, then I will have to control your mini for you, which I will gladly do.
Sorry.
Actually, since you called me out on my stream, my Steam account name, a lot of people were commenting on the fact that my account name is Spicy Ramen. Anyway, so the backstory behind that is I hate naming things. They're always the worst. Or thinking of usernames or passwords. And my friend at the time who was setting up my Steam, their username was Zesty Taco. And I was like, well, if you're Zesty Taco, then I'm
Spicy Ramen.
And that's kind of where it
I
came
love it.
because
I
love
love
spicy
that.
And ramen, obviously.
Where?
So, how does Tailspire work again?
Oh,
Josh, if you're asking, we're all in trouble,
tutorial.
my friend.
I'm a little confused.
Hello, sugar.
Hey, I see William in the chat. I see. Oh, hey, Pat's in. Good to see you, Chris. All of you, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're about to get rocking here in a minute. The rum is for Cade. Oh, thank you for the sub, Terry. That's not going to save you tonight, but it's still appreciated.
Now you have to share your Steam name, Ali B.
Yes.
Because you brought it up, you have to share it.
You have to, Ali B.
yes, Sarah, tell us.
It is the law.
It is the law. Troll
Don't
Lord
forget, if we
Games.
go to the actual physical minis that I gave you my Elandra mini. A couple.
Oh,
Sundays ago.
she's beautiful, by the way. Did everybody join the board? I can't tell. Are you guys on the board now?
I am not.
I
I
see.
only see me and Rory.
I
right
see
now.
Alondra and Rory. Everyone else should have been summoned. If you guys can make sure you jump in, we'll
you
give Vivi a
summon me again?
pass.
I have not chosen to be summoned because my computer is a potato.
Oh. I was so confused for a second on why I was where I was. So I have two. Apparently, I have two minis. On
You
the
do.
board,
You
Joe.
do. You do.
you
Don't go
feel?
to. That's a problem I might have done.
So
So.
it summoned me to the other one.
Okay,
And
go
I was
go.
like,
Get
what
out of
is
there.
going on?
Get
So
out
I'm
of
on the
there.
right spot now.
Yes. Okay.
clicked
Yes.
on the
She's
one
like,
that was
where am I?
named-
Well,
I clicked on the one that actually had Alandra's name on it, and not the one that just says Half Elf Ranger.
Mine says the place between boards.
Same.
You have to hit the space bar, right?
I did.
Okay, let me try summoning you again. Wow, but no, I don't want to. Okay, so I'm going to refresh.
Which board do I go to?
Well, hang on. It should summon you automatically. So let me refresh. So Machi.
Sugar Puckle.
Boom. All right.
Twisted
And
Forest.
then Brim, right? Hang on here.
Deep dish dino. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Deep
gonna
Dish
be one of the meals
Dino.
at BBC.
Oh, hey, whoa, 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 whoa,
Pikachu,
whoa,
oh no.
whoa, 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 whoa. All
Cry,
right.
cry, cry.
Pikachu, why?
Like, we
That's
All
a
right.
shocking name.
I've got Brim in now, so I'm only
Yes.
waiting for you, Terry.
Okay, so I click it. And I click play. The place between boards.
All right. Well,
I blame Terry for all of the world's problems.
I think so. I think Terry is, in fact, the
It's
creator of all
exam
the
week,
world's
so I'm
problems.
okay with that.
All right.
I forget.
So,
I've been grading nonstop.
all right. So Terry, I'm going to do this one more time. I'm going to go to my GM tools. I'm going to disconnect you, reconnect you, and I'm going to create one more summons. And if that doesn't work, we're just going to roll without you being able to
I'm
control.
seeing him on the board now.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
there he is. He
I'm
just
here
popped
now.
in. Yep.
But
All right.
yeah. I
And
don't
with
know
that
where
said,
I'm
we begin.
I'm
Ready?
in a dungeon?
You gotta
No,
click
no,
on
no.
your
Get out of there.
other
Get out of there.
thumbnail
Get out of there. Get out of there. Scroll out. Scroll out.
Hey,
That's
see?
it.
okay.
Yeah.
I thought I did something clever tonight. Here, let me kick us off live
Write
so
down,
people can see
write
us.
down what you see.
Tell us exactly what you see as you see it. Hurry up, quick, quick,
Oh,
quick,
no,
quick,
I
quick,
did
quick.
not. I did not see 3 red dragons.
Oh,
No. because one was chromatic, so you definitely messed up. So like I tried something clever tonight, which was not smart. I created 2 sets of your minis, so as I moved between scenes in the same board, I didn't have to drag the minis. But clearly that caused a little bit of a challenge here. So we're still learning how all this works. But welcome tonight to Blue Box Greyhawk Awakening. We've already got a lot of folks in. Thank you everybody for joining us. We got a fun giveaway we're going to do tonight as well. We got some major announcements to make. We're talking really a lot about Tailspire, of course, because while we do still enjoy the gaming table, in fact, here, let me show you the gaming table from yesterday. This is a lot of the physical terrain, probably yesterday, Sunday, we use. So we've got Dwarven Forge material here, Miniature Building Authority, Whiz Kids. Thank you, Pat Draws. Pity points for the DM. I'll take them. Thank you, sir.
I'm getting pity points.
I don't know. I'd say because I'm pitiful. All right, so we're gonna be using a lot of Tailspire tonight, based on where the players are. They're in the Twisted Forest, in the midst of the Pommage, which is a difficult area to reproduce with physical terrain, because you have statues everywhere and twisted trees in abundance. And so we are going to be really relying on this VTT tool tonight, and we'll talk about it more tomorrow night. Let's go ahead and talk about our sponsor that we are highlighting this week, which is Ferox Fabrications. And so I'm going to click over here to our sponsor screen and play the video of the amazing Darren Ferox Fabrications. His stuff is wicked. Check it out. Modular design, full flexible usage, wet pallets, water receptacles, incredible brushery. They can't see your face, Terry. It's really good though. Like he gave the most amazing look. The Infinity Box. Ferox Fabrications. Now wait a minute. That's not all. Let's take a look at some of what he has done. Let me go back here live with my players. Thrusting, yeah, exactly.
For conveying the display
All right, so thank you, Vivi, for sending this. I don't know how big this is. I can't. Well, that sounded bad. Yeah. All right. So.
Size doesn't matter, John.
Stop it, all of you. But
That's how we segue into what happened last turn.
Yeah. Poor ears.
all right. So my point is, he said, whoop, not that one. Sorry, guys. Hang on here. Yeah, everybody. That one, and
It's like what do they call that? Inception.
Exactly. Hold on. Did I not reshare that monitor? All right, I think I didn't. I'm going to ask you to all entertain our viewers while I make one quick technical fix here.
I actually do have the Ferox Infinity Box with me.
It's amazing.
I can show you. I actually have my brushes in here.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna give a quick ask to the viewers who are also in Discord. My theater department recently got a 3D printer, and I've been using it since I put it up yesterday. But I'm looking for more models to continue some testing on things. So if anybody has locations for models for me to play with, I'm currently printing a Beholder. It's a 5-hour print, so I won't see it till tomorrow. But
It's Thingiverse.
yeah, I know, but some of those I looked, and some are great. That's where I got the Beholder, but I didn't know if there were other places. Any type of STL or CDB models. I think it's CDB. Oh, My Mini Factory. I haven't checked them out.
Yeah.
CBD was something else.
Yeah, same.
Oh, yeah, I'm in
God!
Michigan.
Wow, we're just going off the rails tonight.
Maybe it's CDP. I don't know. It's a file name that I haven't used before. So. But I'm starting to play with printing stuff out, and I'm going to be doing it all summer. So I'm just trying to get my settings right, but I want a bunch of test prints to figure it all out. So.
All right. Well, yes, definitely, and I CDB, CBD, whatever. All right. So this is the Ferox shield. I still don't know how big it is. I can't tell what that background is. So I don't know if those are.
It's logs.
Yeah.
It's probably about the size of your face, I bet.
Okay. All right. Well, that's
Somewhere around there.
I mean,
It's
it looks amazing. So this stuff is on his Etsy channel. It's in our Discord. It's also popping up in the chat right now. So check out Ferox Fabrications.
Well, look, he just said it's about a foot tall. Perfect.
It's about a foot tall. Yeah, but you got it right.
Chat.
You got it, exactly. So
Nice.
he does amazing stuff. He's got a laser engraver. He does cup holders. He does shields. He does, you can get a custom DM screen. If you want a DM screen with your logo, your name, anything. What's that? Sorry?
I have one. I have a custom DM screen.
You want to show it to us?
Ooh.
It's upstairs.
Okay.
I can get after the break and then come bring it
All right,
down.
we'll show it after the break. Custom DM screens. He's got these mini holders that we've been giving away. These guys right here, they are so cool. Magnetic mini holders. He did a custom engraving of the Blue Box logo
Mine
on
has
it.
a beholder on it.
Yeah, just
Beholder.
super
I
cool.
don't
So
even know her.
support our sponsors. We got many great ones: Mike Disney, Mantic Games, Cozy Gamer Dice, Frederica Draws. We might see some of her work tonight, and all kinds of other great stuff from all of our sponsors. All right, now with all that said, let's go to what happened last time.
All right, so last time when we started off, we found ourselves in combat with 3 Ettins. And, you know, it was very exciting very quickly. But we discovered the name of the sword that Gimbal had previously found, which, much to Brim and Josh's delight, the Reaver, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, was the blade, and there some awesome things took place during that combat. Lots of lightning was brought down upon Ettin heads, and some juicy bits were taken out in the claws of, in the jaws of Phineas, Lilith finished off one of the Ettins actually with her Call Lightning. Brim managed to decapitate both of the heads from another Ettin who had been heading toward Rin, and the third Ettin was actually finished off with a combination of attacks between Phineas and Elandra's arrow. We had 2 critical hits during that fight, and they were most impressive. Other than that, after the fight concluded, we decided it was time to probably rest because we had gone 3 combats without any rest. So the party decided to move away from the very, very bloody combat area because, you know, blood tends to draw things to places that you don't really want them to be in when you're trying to sleep. So the party decided to move away with Rin actually asking the party where they should go next, from Call to Brim to Elandra, who finally made a choice. And they decided to set off in the direction that the track seemed to be leading in, but not going so close that they could potentially draw the attention of whomever they seem to be following currently. They took refuge in a somewhat of a copse of trees, these twisted, strange, petrified sort of trees that occupy this landscape. Lilith and Gimbal actually took to the tree tops to take their rest and their watches. Brim and Rin and Elandra and Phineas decided to remain on the ground and take their rest and watches. Gimbal found himself a nice fancy ring that allows him to go invisible once a day, or use greater invisibility once per week, which he immediately did the Gimbal thing and started playing tricks on everybody with it, being the disembodied voice, talking to everybody. Yes, so the only thing that was noticed during the watches, Lilith actually spotted some jackal-looking creatures that were hunting seemingly rats or something, looking for their dinner, but they wandered off in the opposite direction as they continued to look for food. The rest of the night went fairly uneventfully, and the party was able to do the various activities that they do and rest. And then the next morning, as everyone began to wake up, though first it was Alondra and Rin while everyone else was still asleep. Rin actually had told Alondra that he was going to step to the side and say his prayers for the morning to Pelor. And that is where we ended last time, with Rin's prayer to Pelor.
And I will not ask Rin to replay the entire prayer to Pelor, but it was epic. And love the healer. Yes, you did miss some fun, but never worry. The VOD is still up, and also you can go to our YouTube channel, and you can see all of it there. But a lot of fun, a lot of great role play, and thank you to my players, and thank you to all the mad chatters. Also, I have to give props to Josh. Josh ran a fantastic session last Tuesday night, NPC Voices, and you can check that out also on our VOD. And his cast was amazing. I see Cowboy Hobb is on tonight. I don't know if any others from his cast are on, but I loved watching them. There was only one that kind of slacker. There was this guy Rory on that didn't do that great, but I'm too.
I tried to,
No, I thought it was a great.
Down and mess it up for him as much as I could.
It was a lot of fun. Well done, all. So let's quickly go through player intros, and here's what we're going to do. So we're going to start with Alondra. We'll go to Rin, then we'll go to Lilith, then we'll go to Josh, who will do Brim, and then also Monster Monday, and we'll conclude with Rory, who will also level up Gimbal with the die roll. All right. So start us off, Evelyn. Tell us about Alondra.
Hello everyone, I am Alondra Tavain. I am a level 5 half-elven ranger, Beastmaster ranger specifically. I have joined the party more recently with myself and the goodest boy, Phineas. And we are currently trying to track down the people that were taken through this very strange and unfamiliar place.
And I forgot to mention, a lot of your XP that I sent you today came from the goodest boy. He really, he made it happen.
Reasons why you go Beastmaster.
Yes.
All right, Terry, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Rin Autumncrest. Originally from Fishtown, but now from Heartbeat, but now stranded out in the middle of nowhere, which is really interesting. I am a cleric of level 5, and I am upon this group, surprisingly, but luckily we have a fantastic leader in Brim, and I found a friend in Alondra who I had not seen for some time, so I'm really excited to try and save these people, and we'll see how things go.
Well done. And yes, you have become a fan favorite quite quickly. Let's go to Lilith.
Hello, my name is Lilith. She is a wild elf Grugak druid, level 6. Collector of oddities, doesn't know what personal space is. She comes from deep in the Vespy forest, and is just out exploring the world. And also is very interested in Brim's new leadership role.
No, everybody's interested in Brim's new leadership role. Also, you're a collector of teeth, a kicker of nuts, and also...
Nutcracker, yes, Nutcracker collector.
You are the Nutcracker, and you're actually holding a bag full of privies, which is quite interesting as well. So, all right, let's go.
I just, oddities. She collects oddities.
All right, go ahead, Josh.
Leader, it's your turn.
Come on, Josh.
It is your turn, leader.
No.
Take the lead.
Not the leader. Okay.
Do as you are told, leader.
The reluctant leader.
My name is Brimstone. I'm a half-ogre fighter of the 6th level. I'm 7.5 feet tall, still growing, and the pack mule of the party, and the mount of Gimbal. My best friend. I am the head of the party, not the leader. And now I pass it off to Josh for the Monster Monday. Josh, it's all yours.
Oh, why, thank you, Brim. So, Monster Mondays, where I rant and rave about a creature from the 5th edition Monster Manual, so try and guess what it is from this riddle. Once among the living, of a soul honorable and giving, a heart once gold, now been sold, for dark deeds and sinning, a creature born of a fall, that seems to have lost it all, with armor and blade they'll make your grave, sentient amongst the thrall, orbs of hell's coals, protection from magic's hold, a warrior and spell slinger, their hits a humdinger, die or be welcome to the fold. What creature is it?
I'm sorry, I got to stop you. Their hit's a humdinger. That's
Actually, saw him. He wrote this on his stream yesterday, and he was trying to make the rhyme happen. It was very
it's a
interesting.
humdinger. I love that.
Like spell slinger, humdinger. Okay, all right, great.
That was good. All right, so the guesses are Death Knight. Is my mic too loud, by the way? Because I want to make sure I don't have it in the wrong
You
spot.
sound
All right,
fine to
good.
me.
You sound fantastic.
All right. Death Knight
Melodious.
was one of those, a gang sign. Death Knight again. Dark Knight. William, no, I don't think so. John could play. All right, good. Thank you. Cowboy. In his defense, he had a few distractions. That's fair. All right, so all we have so far is Death Knight, Dark Knight. I think you got the crowd rocked here. What is it?
So it is a Death Knight.
All right,
Not Batman.
outstanding. And so that was Steve Bloodwild was up first, I think, with that. So well done. And now we go to Gimbal, who will both describe his character and also roll for his hit points.
Yeah, so I'm all 3'1", humble wizard, remaining humble as a wizard, unlike many wizards. But I have died once, come back, unpleasant experience. Would like to not do that again, please. And level 7 as of recent. Good night's rest. So enjoying that. That's it.
And by the way, if you're new to our show, he mentions dying and coming back. That is not a light measure here at Blue Box. Death it's not quite permadeath, but it's very, very close. We've already had a couple of PCs that have died. We've had NPCs that have died. But Gimbal happened to perish very close to his gnomish stronghold, where he was raised and born, and they had the means through a ritual which each of these players made a sacrifice in, and it's on our YouTube channel. You've told me before, Evelyn, I forget which episode it is, but that's a really fun one. I love that episode. And so, it's tough to be brought back, but it's possible. Gimbal, roll for your hit points, please.
Right. So it is a D6, right? D4.
No, so it's a D6 in 3.5. Yeah, if you were playing 1E, it'd be a D4.
Okay, so I got a 5, and I do have the tough feat, so
So that's 7, and your con is
10, so 0.
so 7 hit points. That's very nice. Well
Yeah.
done. Very nice. All right. And with all of that said, we begin. We do have a giveaway tonight. We may have 2, which I will explain to you in just a few moments. But let's go ahead and get things started. And so we're going to begin back in the Twisted Forest in the heart of the Pomarge. And I'm going to pull up my audio controls and get all that switched over. All right, and here we go. We begin episode 42 of Greyhawk Awakening, and this episode should be a lot of fun. You all stand as you watch the pale rays of the sun pierce the horizon. You stand in the midst of the twisted forest of the Pomarge. You're surrounded by stone edifices that carry the frozen visages of all kinds of humanoids, particularly many orcs seem to be surrounding you. They are the unwary or perhaps just the unfortunate, now frozen in stone, littering this landscape. The pale yellow shaft of sunlight weakly probes the eastern horizon. A heavy haze that hangs over the air diminishes the amount of light the sun gives, but it's still welcome on this bleak horizon. The final words of Rin's prayer hang wafting in the air, and each of you stretch stiff joints after a restless night. We begin.
Brim will start the morning by kneeling down and doing his morning prayers as well. Sending out a prayer to Hyronius, and then to Zodal. Once he's done with that, he'll look around to see what the rest of the party is doing.
Rin's gonna walk back towards the group because he had stepped away for his prayer.
As you do this, Call, he looks over at you. This God that you pray to, this is the same one which you heal us with. Yes?
Yes, it's Paylor. It is. Well, how do I explain it to somebody who hasn't studied? It is through my belief in him and the power that he imbues in me that I'm able to try to keep everyone here as healthy as possible, though truthfully it's been fairly difficult with everything we've run into as of late.
Is it that I may ask you a question?
Oh, of course.
I have heard of many gods. I have seen them here in our terrain, but what I have also found is that they rarely come when needed. They do not seem to stop suffering and pain. How is it that you have a god with this power who heals wounds and does what he does, and yet allows the suffering that we see all around us to have slavers, to have disease, to have pain, to have the evil that we see? How do you reconcile this?
See, this is where you ask questions that are... Well, they go deeper than what just healing is. We as people, we as wanderers, we as a society bring both the good and the bad. Let me ask you a question. Would you be all right if you had no choices to make?
He scratches his square, stubbled jaw, contemplates for a moment, looks around, appears to be self-conscious as he sees others that are kind of watching. No choices. No, well, no, of course not. Choice is part of being human. It is part of being a man. It is necessary to make such things.
Exactly. If Pelor, as powerful as he is, remedied everything, we would not have choices to make. We would be guided, but would we be happy? Would we be content following a line that doesn't veer and doesn't move in multiple directions? I started in Fishtown. I had a choice to make. I chose to go to Hardbeat. I could have stayed in Fishtown. I could have chosen another city to travel to. My choices have made me who I am, and they've brought me to this group. If Pelor saves, if he solves all the problems, then why are we here? That's why there's disease. That's why there are slave traders. That's why there is grief and anguish, sadness. They're two parts, because along with those, we have our happiness. We have our joy. We have our ability to help others. No, I don't think I'd want Pelor to solve all these problems. We wouldn't have anywhere to go ourselves.
You see, Carl, he looks quite perplexed by your words, and actually, you've gotten through to him. He seems more subdued. He kind of looks down, taps his temple. As you're all hearing this, what's the rest of the party doing?
Gimbal looks over to Lilith. Are you still sleeping, Lilith?
Lilith will she's leaning against a tree and her eyes will be closed. Do you see her kind of peek open like a little eye just to see what you want? It depends on what you want, Gimbal.
Oh, no worries. Just want to make sure everything was okay. Yep, that was it.
Brim?
Brim has just been praying this whole time, and once he finishes those prayers, he's gonna sit up, kind of look over, because it's probably towards the end of the time that both Carl and Ren are talking, and he's gonna pack up his bedroll, put it in, and then he's gonna begin kind of getting his armor on for the day.
Gimbal, is there something you need help with?
Well, I mean, it's always good to get a lift down out of the tree. So, I mean, that would be.
Oh, sorry.
As he's gonna walk up, fastening his shoulder.
Lilith, do you want to lift down? Are you gonna climb down, or like?
Oh no,
You gonna change into like a squirrel and climb down?
Oh, there's an idea.
Yeah.
That's me. Oh. Okay.
I guess the leader said no, so.
Yeah, we must do as the leader says.
So what are you doing, Lilith?
Sorry?
Sorry. So what are you doing, Lilith? Are you coming down or?
Yeah.
All right.
Just help me down.
All right.
So with Brim bringing Gimbal down, and then Lilith, does he bring you down too, or do you climb down?
Nope. She will help, accept the help of Brim to come
Okay. So Gimbal would like to move around the tree just slightly to get behind Lilith as she comes down, and slip something into her pocket as she is landing on the ground. Hopefully unnoticed, slipping something.
All right. So go ahead and make a stealth check, please.
Lilith has no
And-
pockets.
And
Yeah, it's sleight of hand.
and go ahead and I'm gonna have you make a perception check as well, Lilith.
Okay. I will roll at advantage.
While this is happening.
Here.
All right. While you guys are rolling.
John, you said stealth. Did you mean sleight of hand?
Yeah, use sleight of hand. I'm sorry. Yes, sleight of hand.
But a nat 20.
All right. So we're going to come back to that in a second. Let's go to
Nobody touches
Alondra
my
real quick.
pockets.
Alondra, you see that Phineas, he's kind of nuzzling you, and you hear his stomach growl. He's
No, this entire time that Rin was praying and talking, she's been feeding him bites of food and eating some herself. Yeah, she was not gonna let Phineas go hungry.
okay. All right. He devours the food greedily. Gimbal, as you're being lifted, hefted off the tree by the immense bulk and power of the unlikely leader, Brim, who saw that coming. He sets you down. As soon as he does, you hear Lilith scrabbling down, and Lilith, you're just turning to look at the sun as it dawns over the flan on the eastern horizon, as I mentioned before, barely piercing this haze that covers the twisted forest. And you feel a tug, and you look over and you see Gimbal's hand in a pouch on your person.
She'll actually reach back to grab his hand. And she'll kind of turn around and look at Gimbal with a very stern look, a look that you've never seen Lilith give anybody before. What are you doing, Gimbal?
Just depositing something for you for later. That's all.
I prefer you not touch pockets. Just hand it to me next time. Okay?
Okay. And I'll almost like a tail between his legs, like head down, just I'll just hand it to you next time. But it's for later, just don't worry. My hands are empty. Trust me, they're empty.
And like as you do that, she'll go through her pockets and like almost do like an inventory of like everything in her pockets. So she's gonna sit there for a while and just do a little inventory to make sure everything is there.
Noticing that, Lilith, remember the snow melted. I didn't take it.
Why did you have to bring up the snow again? And she'll open that snow pocket and look inside of it. Just like, sad.
It's dry, no longer damp. Rin, as this is all happening, Khal looks back over at you. I will trouble you no more with this, but what you say makes sense. If the gods remove every danger, they remove every choice. But could they not make things just a little bit easier? Is there not something in between the harsh reality that we see here, the death, the dying, the pain, and choice?
Well, if you think about it, what is easy? What is easy for one might be hard for another. There's always another side that we don't see. For example, had my ship not been attacked, had it not run ashore, there's a distinct possibility all of you would be dead right now. I like to think that everything is happening for one reason or another. And yes, there will be bad times, but there will be good times.
I mean, it's a bit the same for me, really. I wouldn't know Phineas or Bryn had not some very misfortunate things had happened. I found Phineas as a result of that and met Bryn through that as well, so all the people we know and care about come to us through their own hardships.
It seems there is, as we would say of our old ones, wisdom that you carry. I will think on these things, but the slaves, we should not tarry.
I agree with you. Mr. Brim, are we ready to go?
Well, are we? As he's gonna look around at the brew.
Elandra will hop down from where she was standing and head towards where the tracks that they were following last night and kind of try to pick out the tracks that they were following to resume tracking the path.
All right. Go ahead then, Elandra, if you would please roll for me, and
Right.
let's do a survival check on this.
All right. Survival. Okay, I have decent survival, so I'm just gonna roll regular. Okay, that's 25.
Yeah, I mean, you have no difficulty. You make out a trail, not just a recent trail. You certainly do see a recent trail. You see disturbances in the dust. You see spattering of blood here and there. But you also see this is a well-worn path. The grooves in the dirt, like this is something that has been traveled many, many times, heading up toward the north, toward this strange mountain-looking edifice that stands in the midst of the twisted forest.
All right, so she's just gonna say, "I've got the path, so I'm ready to lead us when everyone else is ready to go."
Yeah, and you see me stuffing a book into my bag. Yeah, I'm ready to go when everyone else is. I'm good.
Lilith will finish doing her inventory and then she'll stand up. Again, just not brushing herself off of the dirt or dust that she's collected as she was sitting on the floor. And then just kind of pat her pockets and be like, yep, ready to go.
Okay.
Brim's got one of his day's rations or food out that he's just chowing on.
Yep. We can eat and move if we need to. Elandra, I trust you at the front.
I think Phineas and myself can manage it well enough.
Ren, I'd like you towards the middle if that's alright.
That works fine for me.
I'll take back.
Mr. Brim, where would you like me?
And me too. where would you like me? And,
Firstly, I'd like.
Can't keep a straight face.
I'd like Lilith up behind Alondra, and Gimbal I'd like either on my shoulder or between me and Ren.
Or go ahead, Lilith. What were you gonna say?
Oh, Lilith will just walk by Brim, heading towards Alondra, and just give him a little bit of nudge, and she'll be like, "Got it, good leadership skills." Like, she just finds it so funny because she knows that all of us, like all three of us, have been like the worst for being leadership. So she's really just gonna lay it into Brim. In his new role, and she's just very thankful that she's not the leader. She wasn't chosen to be the leader, so she's just gonna razz on him a little bit.
You hear when you kind of like elbow or whatever him, he just like gives a look of like, kill me.
And she'll kind of turn around and give you like an "I love you" look.
Carl, I'd like you either at the back or in the middle between the two spellcasters. Nice to have a bit of muscle in between.
As you wish. Whether would you like me? In between them or at the back?
Let's go in between.
Okay. He moves in between Lilith and Gimbal, and right by Rin. And the party begins to move north. Alondra follows the trail, and Phineas helps her as she moves along. Wait, what did I? What?
What? No. Just me and Evelyn always being on the same wavelength. Like, always. It's ridiculous.
Always. So you move, dust kicks beneath your feet. You pass more of these frozen, silent stone images of humanoids, goblins, some humans, orcs, that are frozen in the stillness of stone here in the Twisted Forest. Anything you're doing as you're moving along?
I was gonna say, she would be keeping eyes out for anything in front of them on the path, just keeping a watchful eye in front of herself, but also kind of paying attention to any subtle changes in Phineas's mood or posture or anything that could give away that he sensed something.
All right, yeah, you see he is definitely following this trail. He has the scent. He actually starts pulling a bit ahead of you. And as he does so, you see the terrain shifts. The sun comes up a bit higher in the sky, but you see no other signs of life, no movement. And you get closer and closer. You now see, and I'm kind of pulling these two ahead. You guys can move yours as you wish. You get closer and closer, and you see up ahead, from this distance, it's clear. Yes, it is a stone structure. The base of it looks mountainous and natural, but up higher, it looks like it has been artificed. There is definitely the hand of something that has forged some stone atop it. And even from this distance, a good, let's call it a quarter mile away, you can see a massive set of stone stairs.
Question, DM, you said that there's no signs of life as in like other people, like is there animals and stuff like that around?
So you saw them in the evening last night, right? But this morning you're seeing nothing. It looks desolate.
Would I be able to do like a knowledge nature or anything for that? Like to see why there is no animals out during the day?
Yeah, go ahead and make a roll for me, please.
Okay, I'll roll at advantage.
And while she's doing that, just to know, Gimbal is on Brim's shoulders. And he's looking backwards. So while everyone's walking forward, like before, Gimbal is sitting on his shoulder but looking backwards.
All right, as somebody said, I need a token that has both of them.
What you could do is allow Gimbal to fly.
Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing on the screen? I didn't know you could do that. You placed your mini right on top of Gimbal. I just see legs popping out there between your legs. How did you do that? I've heard of a third leg. I've never heard of a fourth leg.
Can I just say that that wasn't me for once?
That wasn't Lily or I.
That's a feat in itself. Bonus points for that.
Yeah, Brim poops a halfling. All right, so no, Lilith, as you look around, there is no natural explanation for this, but you do feel the air is very dry and arid, and you sense there's a foreboding surrounding this.
Okay.
So as we've been walking, Rin has been trying to see if he could find any like herbs that he could collect, and so I didn't know if he saw anything.
So perhaps I did not say the word desolate often enough, but no, there are no herbs. Now, you do find several pieces of dried, desiccated wood. There is some interesting rock formation, and yes, you pass many more of these statues, but in terms of any living green thing, you see nothing.
Okay. All right. So no cacti. All right, I got you.
Nothing. It's not a traditional desert. It is a twisted forest. All you see are long, ancient, dead trees. These frozen forms in stone, captured, many of them with visages of terror, faces turned sideways and screaming, and just freeze all around you, but nothing grows or lives here.
All right.
Alondra, you say that you're from the forest too, right?
Well, I spent a lot of time ranging in the forest, but I'm not from the forest. I'm from Harvey. It's near the sea. But I did spend a lot of time in the forest near there.
Oh, right. Right, the sea. A bit unsettling, don't you think? No wildlife or anything around during the day.
Yes, and I don't remember seeing anything the day before, though I thought perhaps that was due to the giant creatures, and little things don't like to be around really big things that could hurt them most of the time. But yes, it's very unusual.
Gimbal and I saw some jackals in the middle of the night, but just a bit odd. It's very unsettling. I don't like that there's nothing out during the day.
If you could speak up just a little bit, Vivi, I think. Maybe it's just me, but you sound just a touch quiet.
I can turn it up just a little bit. Is that better?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Just a little unsettling that there's nothing around during the day. It's just I don't like it.
Too quiet.
Mm.
Brim's gonna be looking back to see what Call's doing.
Call is standing right where you told him to stand, even though I didn't move his mini. And he has both of these scythes out. He kind of twirls them idly in his hands, and you see his eyes shifting back and forth across the horizon to either side. Not exactly nervous, but a cautiousness, a wariness of one who has seen much.
Gotcha.
All right, well, I see some stairs ahead that way. And there's something that looks very obviously made by people, not natural. So I think that's the way we're wanting to go.
And you do indeed see the trail of blood, the worn area of the sand. And yes, I know, Robert, there's a lot of greenery here for an area that's desolate. I'm still building a newbie here, but just trust me, go with the theater of mind. This is desolate, not green. You see there is a set of huge doors. Even in the distance, you can see they probably stand 20 feet tall atop that stone staircase.
All right. Well, just keep going that way.
All right. Then let's go ahead and move everybody up. And as you approach, it resolves exactly as you saw previously. So you guys can go ahead and move everything up that you have right close to the foot of those stairs. You encounter nothing on the way, but as you get closer to them, you can see that there's a sheer cliff that fronts the side of this small mountain that defies the otherwise flat terrain of the Twisted Forest. There's a weathered set of granite stairs which rise up to an imposing set of double doors, dark wood that is scarred and also adorned with iron hinges and a massive iron handle with a lock on the side of it.
John, my guy's stuck.
He's dead. A quicksand attack, I'm gonna assume.
He's in the tile.
Yeah, he got...
I don't know how I was just moving him over, and all of a sudden...
That's why we can't have nice things.
I love that. That's awesome. Look at that. That's pretty darn cool. How did you? So we are in beta, if anybody didn't know. But let's go ahead and I'm going to kill you. There you go. Boom. And I'm going to
Kill you!
I'm going to re-add
We
you
like Red.
here. There
I
we
think there's going
go.
to be a riot if you kill Red. The
And
mad chatters will riot.
they would riot, no doubt. And we got Machik. All right, there you go.
Wonderful.
And are you controlling him again, Terry?
I have to find him first. Oh, yep, I'm good now. Yep,
Okay.
there. Okay, good.
All right.
I won't get him stuck again, I promise. Unless I do.
Until he does, in which case, you know.
Exactly.
Sam, do we see from here the mysterious glowing thing, the green glowy thing to the left, or do we not see that?
No, good question. So this is part of the process that we have to go through. I really want you to keep your eye level with your minis. I do want to lock views down to minis, which I will do hopefully with the help of the Tailspire folks. But no, you see there is what looks like a desolate body of salt water that surrounds this to the sides. You see mountainous areas here and here. I'm showing it, but no, you don't see anything above that. Although there is a kind of a dim glow that comes from beneath the stairs. That you do see.
And the green light, Vivi, is just to the left of the stairs. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yes,
So if
correct,
we were
yeah.
to swivel our head left, as our minis move.
That's right,
So-
yes.
So is that green light there?
I'm not seeing a green light. So are you referring to
There.
these things?
Yeah, right
Yeah,
behind the stone.
right there.
Yeah, those
Yeah,
things are
that's
those things are not
right.
there. All right, so
Not those
That's a
things.
lot of beds.
yes.
What's
I don't wanna
happening
know
over
those
here?
Yeah, it's interesting, John. It's not on yours.
No,
very
there's
well,
no
but
green
it's
light here.
right
I don't know what
behind
you
the
guys are seeing,
stones,
yeah.
Just to the left of the stairs.
Right
Yes.
behind the stones, yeah. Also, keep in mind, I do not have Tailspire open because Makaku is a potato, so I'm just looking at on Twitch.
Yeah, I'm not seeing what you're seeing. I don't see a green light. Maybe our viewers can tell us. Nice warm glow
it's a
beckons you
nice-
to your death.
Nice warm glow beckoning to you.
Exactly, it does. It beckons to death.
So we do see the glow below the stairs, though.
You do, yes.
So, John, I'm gonna, Rin's gonna move forward a little bit. So, like, right, not underneath things.
Okay.
And he's gonna go ahead and cast Detect Let me see. Actually, I'm gonna move a little farther forward.
Okay.
Right about there. He's gonna cast Detect Magic on the stairs in front of him, which is a 60-foot range.
Okay. As you step forward, you cast Detect Magic. You actually don't feel any magic on the stairs, but you do feel the presence of magic coming from this area behind the stairs.
So I'm gonna just look over my shoulder because Landra, you're behind me right now, right? Okay. Alondra, it seems something, I can't tell exactly what, but something magical is happening behind the stairs.
Can you
like
tell
heights.
what sort of magic that it might be?
So then what I'm going to do, John, because I believe, let me double check something. But if I cast it a second, yep. So I'm going to cast it a second time. And I'm looking for a number of different magical auras and the power of the most potent aura.
You sense that there are enchantments, something of the school of enchantment that sits behind this wall. You sense no danger, no necromancy, but definitely magic.
So there's some sort of enchantment, nothing necromantic, but some sort of enchantment going on.
Interesting. Well, probably should see what that's about.
So then Rin's gonna do, since nothing's attracted us yet, he's gonna do one more attempt at his dispel, or not his dispel magic,
Detect.
but his detect magic. And this time, it's strength and location of each aura. If the items or creatures bearing the auras are in line of sight, they're not because they're behind the stairs, I'm assuming.
Right.
Okay. And if the aura emanates from a magic item, I could attempt to identify it. So really what I'm just looking for is kind of the how strong is it, and can I pinpoint the location behind the stairs? It is a small point, a large area, that sort of thing.
Yeah, so you sense as you concentrate further, and I want everyone to go ahead and roll a d20 for me, please, and add your perception. Rin, as you're concentrating, you sense behind this wall. Okay, so
Nat 20.
Oh,
Nat 20.
did you really also, Terry?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And that's why I was jumping to my perception to see what I
It's
got.
35 for me.
Yeah.
27 for me.
Okay.
Only 32 for me.
All right, all of you. You see atop these doors. There's briefly a leathery winged creature that stands just maybe a foot or two tall, with red hue. You see beady eyes peering out as Rin is concentrating on the magic, and the creature lofts and flies back up behind the doors to the top of this mountain.
Do I recognize what this is?
let's see what the-
Make a knowledge planar check for me, please.
Okay.
Rin, while he's checking, you sense there are scrolls, one of which seems quite potent, that lay behind this wall. You also sense there is some sort of defensive bit of armor or amulet, something which imbues a level of defensive capability sits behind this wall.
So behind the wall, I'm getting the sense of some scrolls and some sort of armored piece. It almost feels as if a piece that could be used enhanced for defensive capabilities. But again, and John, just tell me if I'm wrong. Nothing that's necromantic.
You sense no danger.
Yeah, and so I don't sense any danger, so I think we may be able to move cautiously, mind you, forward.
Yeah, I got a 15.
A 15. No. I mean, you recognize it obviously as being some sort of otherworldly creature. It's not a natural creature, but you don't know exactly what this is.
Just to make sure y'all saw it. And he'll point up there towards this leathery, winged, beady-eyed creature.
Definitely saw that for sure.
So Rin's gonna kind of move forward. Can he see from where he's at right now? Is he able to see is there anywhere a path around the wall, any area that might be kind of climbable to kind of see what's on the other side of the wall right now?
As you look,
Other than just climbing the stairs?
it looks like there's a gap here between the stairs and the side of the wall. And you see also, there's a sheer fall off here. So it's almost like there's a pocket that sits behind the stairs.
Ren, can you tell if these items are on a person or not?
I will tell you that in a second.
No, you can't.
I don't think so.
I would doubt in a place of danger for them to be left hiding by.
True, unless... No, I think you're right.
I recommend if we move, we're gonna have to move it together. We're in enemy territory now, and I don't like the thought of anyone moving ahead without someone else.
That's why he's the leader.
That's true.
In all humbleness, and I'll turn around so I'm facing everyone now. In all humbleness, leader.
Lilith will do the exactly same thing as what I just did, where she laughs as he says it.
If they're not used to anyone coming here, then oftentimes that might lead up to some complacency. Maybe they have no threat. No one comes here. Not to say we should be careless, just to say that we might have a little advantage that way.
This sounds reasonable, says Carl. Not Carl, Carl.
Carl.
Except I think many of us saw the creature which flew off the top there. If they did not know, perhaps they do now.
True.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Elandra, do you have any way to check to see if the area is trapped in any way?
I'm fairly able to do that if I'm able to make traps, so I should be able to find them, logically speaking.
Mr. Brim, could we have Elandra just kind of check to see if there's any traps? I'm really curious about the items back there.
Gimbal, are you still on Brim's shoulder?
Yep, on his shoulder, facing forward.
Not between his legs.
Shoulders.
Stop it, Brim. I hate it again. We haven't had a giggle fit in a while, Vivi. It's good. All right, so Brim, heavy is the head that wears the crown, my friend. Your party is asking you if they should explore behind this wall or not.
I don't like it. Hollywood feels like is always ready for something. If we go back there, we gotta go back there ready for a fight.
Yeah.
Well,
And being below ground isn't a good defensible position. Being out here outside the wall isn't either. And now that we've been spotted,
As he kind of nods to Kyle and looks up at the creature.
I feel like we don't have many advantages.
well, standing out below a structure like this is definitely not ideal since they have the high ground. We're kind of easy targets, especially for anybody who has one of these, and she, taps her bow.
And here we are, the chosen ones, and them with the high ground.
DM question.
Yeah.
The stairs, they look like a solid hewn single stone. Do they look like they were is it pieced cobblestone?
Pieced and cobbled together. Ancient and weathered granite that has been assembled.
Alondra, you said you could check for traps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'd be happy to. So what Alondra will do then is, with Phineas close to her but not like right on her feet, will go forward and start searching for any traps in the area.
All right. You move toward these stones. Even from this distance, you smell something wafting on the breeze, unwashed bodies, stench of human waste seems to be close by in the air. As you move forward, you do see there is a glow. It's pale, light glow coming from behind the stones. I'm going to have you. Sorry, were you giving me a?
My camera went fuzzy.
Oh, thought you were giving me the finger.
No.
So you move forward, and let me have you perform for me a perception check.
All right. Well, I'm gonna roll this one at advantage because it's really important. So. Good thing that I did, because that would have been terrible. It is a 25.
As you look around, you see footsteps, you see splatters of blood, you have bits of dried flesh here as well. And you also see a scattering, now that you're getting closer, of coins. There's some copper, some silver, even a couple of pieces of gold, but you find no traps out here.
It looks relatively safe. I don't see any traps, at least. There's a bit of coin on the ground, but that's about it.
Alright.
So Rin's gonna move up next to her, then,
Okay.
without going through the ground.
We're getting stuck in a tile.
And he's gonna kind of slowly move to where he can kind of peek around. You said it's right here to my right. Is that the little? Oh.
Yep.
So he's gonna just kind of, oops, spin around. Yep, like dance like a madman, and
All
kind
right.
of peek through the opening. Can he see anything yet?
Yeah, so you peek in, and you see, as you can see on my Twitch screen, there looks to be a pile of coins and items here, idly cast down from above. It doesn't take a leap of intuition to realize these are things stripped and cast aside as though worthless, as humans and other slaves were pulled inside this strange stone citadel. You see there are several piles of gold coins, silver coins, large amount of copper. You see there are scrolls which are wound in bone enclosures. Also, you do see there's a necklace which glows, and this necklace appears to hold the enchantment that you sense that defensive nature in.
Rin's gonna kind of look over his shoulder. I think I found something. Large pile of gold, some scrolls, and
Some what?
scrolls and a necklace that I believe is where the magical magic was emanating from. I'm gonna just kind of.
This seems
I'm sorry.
dangerous.
Go ahead.
Carl says, this seems dangerous. It feels too good to be a trap.
Maybe Brim, can you put me down? And I just turned 8 and it's like my birthday party.
Oh,
Like, literally, he'll hold you. If you try and jump down, he's gonna hold you by the scruff and just like see your little legs run.
I'm gonna bite your hand and wiggle my way free.
Ooh, so like with enormous excitement, as well spoken, like an 8-year-old on his birthday, Gimbal, his eyes wide, you pick him up, his little legs spin in the air, and he gnashes down and bites the back of your hand.
And like, he probably wouldn't let go still, but it just like puts him down.
Gimbal,
Yes.
be safe.
Okay. I'm gonna go over here first though, and thinking on the logic that a stone is made up of many little stones, and a tree is made up of many little, not trees, but parts. He will go over to that large, twisted tree with all these branches and cast Shrink Item on it.
I know.
So,
All right.
so this tree right here, you're casting Shrink Item on this tree that I'm highlighting right now with the light.
One second, I'm not on my. Yes.
Oh my
yes.
goodness.
All right.
No, Storm Power Mage Hand would be too simple for
Yeah,
the
the
magic
way-
of Gimbal.
Way
If
too simple.
you're-
Oh,
Gimbal
you got
does
it.
not use magic in a very normal way.
No, he doesn't. You got a disadvantage there, Gimbal, by the way, as well. And hey, while we're waiting here, before we move a little further, I do want to mention we have a giveaway tonight, and I mentioned it in the chat. If you were watching earlier, you saw we're going to give away. I'm going to actually buy one of these from the amazing Pat Draws. And if you look here, you'll see this is the Cade Most Wanted poster from our Sunday campaign. Cade is wanted for excessive kindness, violent generosity, abusive force of alcoholic consumption, overwhelming feeding habits, be wary, and the amazing Pat Draws, who does a lot of our memes and our fan art, he has created these shirts. So we'll get you a shirt. And I will pay for it, and I'll ship it to you tonight from Pat Draws if you win our giveaway. And thank you so much for all of our fans. Already, you know, we've been hovering nicely in the 70s, which is a great spot to be, only an hour into our show tonight. And also the bits that have been given. And while these players yet live, we appreciate all that you have done for us tonight as our fans. And we remind you also, tomorrow night is the big show. Tomorrow night we have the group from Tailspire, Jason Roy, Chris Baggers, also Johnny Ree, CEO and founder. Tomorrow night at 5 o'clock, it's going to be a special 2-hour Lore Masters Arcanum. You do not want to miss this show. It is going to be fantastic. Oh, and by the way, Jay, Lord Gazumba, is going to be streaming right after that, and he has a very special Legends and Lore tomorrow night. Paizo Hawk era, so talking about all the Greyhawk stuff that Paizo did before the IP was reacquired by WotC, and he has special guest James Jacobs and Mona. Man, huge night tomorrow night. Double header. Blue Box here tomorrow night with the folks from Tailspire, then Jay with the Paizo Hawk stuff, Mona, and James Jacobs. It is going to be a fantastic double header tomorrow night. You will not want to miss it. All right.
Did
Yep.
he just go mute?
So- no?
Oh, there you
Just
go.
stop
back
talking. He
in
just
the
stopped
game.
talking.
I stopped talking. Is that so unusual? John, stop talking. Something is wrong.
He's like,
Alright, okay.
All right, Gimbal.
So
Go ahead.
yeah.
So,
yeah, the tree that apparently I just shrunk.
yeah, you just shrunk it.
Does when I'm standing by it, just so I can get a scale, like how big is it as I'm standing next to it?
So read the description for everybody. So we're playing 3.5 here, and read the description of Shrink Item. You've used this to great effect. Once with a barrel in the moat house outside of Hamlet. That worked really well. Once with a stone cast into an orc fort here in the Pomars. That didn't work out so well. So go ahead and read the description for all of our fans.
Okay, you are able to shrink one non-magical item if it's within the size limit to 1/16 of its normal size in each dimension to about 1/4000th of the original volume and mass.
Yeah.
This change effectively reduces the size by 4 categories. So essentially, it turns anything into any large item into the size of a miniature.
Right, and so this tree, this was not a particularly large tree that is now vanished from my terrain here, but it was a good sort of 12, 14 feet tall, and the roots are all desiccated. It was, these are all dead. Everything here is dead. So it shrinks down, considered a nice sized bonsai that you now have, very light in your hands, small tree.
Okay, perfect. I will go ahead and put that in my satchel. And go over to Rin. How can I help you, Rin? Is there something in there that you wanted?
I'd like to check some of those scrolls, and particularly that necklace, that amulet that's in there.
Oh, okay. You're able to use scrolls too?
I have the ability to read them and to ascertain what they can be used for. Indeed.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I don't know if you pick up on it, but he's gonna crap. Okay. Should we go in there?
I believe it would be beneficial to us. Yes.
Okay. How big is the hole? I'm kind of like, and you see him trying to look around because he's 3 foot tall.
Yeah, so Gimbal, as you peer around, there's a good gap here. Even a human, a full-size human, could kind of squat down and get through it.
You want to go in there together? I'll go with you.
All right, that sounds good.
You will want to be very careful and walk lightly, I would say.
Oh, that's a good idea. Well, Mr. Gimbal, can you go first then? Because I think you can walk lighter than me.
Oh yeah, I can go first.
So Rory, has Gimbal turned invisible? Is that why we don't see you?
No, that is...
Your camera's off.
Your camera. He's done that stuff before when he goes invisible. So.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Before
There you go.
Gimbal goes down there, Lilith will just take a peek to see, and she's not gonna go very close, but just enough for her to see inside all the treasure.
All right.
She kind of stands there quietly, and then she goes over to Brim and just kind of nuzzles underneath his arm and like pulls on his shirt a little bit.
Brim.
Yeah.
So Lilith walks over. She kind of pulls on your shirt, yanks on the sleeve.
And she's just nuzzled underneath, like if his arms are. I'm assuming if your arms are down, she's just gonna come underneath, like just for a little cuddle.
He just like switches his greatsword to his other hand and kind of like folds and will like look up and away just very awkwardly as he's like doing the fatherly like there.
Hey, he's like, Alondra.
Yes. Okay. And she'll turn around and walk towards Brim.
Hey.
He's gonna lean down a bit, and Lilith, you're gonna feel his arm kind of grow tighter on you as he kind of leans down.
Would you be able to take that creature out?
I could try to. I can definitely shoot it, but I don't know if we want to try to do that while everyone else is exploring things. But I can keep an eye on it.
The one?
As he's gonna like look over and around and see his gimbal, and they're going for it. He's like,
There was mention of scrolls. It seems like your little friend there is very interested.
All right, what are you guys doing?
We're going in the hole.
Yeah.
All right. So as you're
Carefully,
talking,
but yes.
Super carefully.
Yeah, as you're.
Be careful, maybe not super careful.
All right, so you step through. I don't know if you're going to get stuck trying to do that, but go ahead and give it a shot. There you go. You step through, and yes, you see that amulet glows. There is, in fact, a pile of discarded items here. And as you look at them, you suddenly see a break coming on us right now. And so,
I'm okay with that.
as we go to break, reminder tonight that we do have our giveaway coming up, which is going to be a piece of custom shirt work by the amazing Pat Draws.
Sure.
And it is a Captain Cade Cardinal. If you haven't watched our Sunday streams, those are fun. They're all in person as well. It's a little bit different flavor, but very similar old school style. Whoops. That didn't work out so well. Let me go back here. There we go. And you have the Cade Cardinal shirt. We'll order you whatever size and style it is that you want. And I'm going to go ahead and kick off that giveaway before I go to break. As I'm prepping for break, again, what's that?
Antiquitous just said that you were a product of years of cliffhanger shows.
It's true.
It's true.
What keyword would you like to use, John?
It's true. Let's do Cade. Let's do
Cade?
Cade, yes, Cade. So this is Captain Cade's shirt. A super fun thing that Pat did, and we'll get you your color and your size, and I will do this giveaway. You can get this shirt tonight. And we've been hovering in the 70s. If we get back up, by the way, this is your short night, right, Vivi?
Yes.
Yes. So before we go to break, I do want to ask the crew here. I noticed something. Yeah, it is really cool. Thank you. I noticed something last week when Josh ran his one shot. He around 8 o'clock, which is normally when we knock off, was at 55 viewers. He went super late. Went till 10 o'clock, ran a 5-hour stream. We got 2 or 3 raids after 8, and by 10 we were up around 100, which tells me we're missing a lot of viewers that we could pull in as other streams are ending. And I would like to talk to this group, so you think about it, and we'll talk about it after the break. Maybe every other week during Vivi's late night, or maybe even once a month, would we be open to going a little bit later on our stream to see if we can pull in some other viewers and introduce other people to Blue Box that might not normally be catching it on the earlier ending times of our stream. So you guys contemplate that. Everybody else type !Cade, C-A-D-E in the chat to be eligible for our giveaway. And Blue Box will be right back.
I work nights, so like if you're saying late, like that's more ideal for me. The more awake, the more later we get, the more awake I become.
Oh, okay, I love it. Yes. Now I know Evelyn, she probably can't go late some of those nights. So even if we have to have 1 or 2 folks that drop off, just something to think about because I think we really could help introduce more folks to the stream and grow it, because it was definitely something that picked up as we went on last week. And that was so. Josh, thank you so much for showing me the way.
I did it on purpose, honestly. I wanted to keep both Mousetrap and Rory in horrible positions by keeping them up way too late.
Well done. Jeez.
Gosh. I'm someone that, like, I am a perfectionist, and so when it comes to time, especially if I go over time,
Hey, Josh.
Hey, real quick. I'm sorry. I got to interrupt. I'm sorry. Hang on. I want to interrupt real quick because I see we do have Myamorph. Tom is on. Hey, Captain Myamorph. You actually won back-to-back weeks. The Ferox Fabrications mini holders. And if you want 2 of them, I will send you 2 of them. Or if you would like any other piece of Blue Box swag, mug, mouse pad, hoodie, hat.
John.
Shirtless pictures of me, whatever you would like. I will send you that in addition to the Ferox Fabrications mini holder, or if you want 2 of them, I will honor that and I will send you 2 of them. But I just thought you might like something different than that. We'll leave the mics hot during the break. Yeah. So just let me know in our let me know in our Discord.
Oh my gosh, my mini factory is fantastic. I did not know this existed. I plan on printing all of this stuff out.
Sure, he wants shirtless pics.
I mean, if you were given a choice, wouldn't you choose shirtless pics? Like,
No, I would not.
No.
you
no,
would?
no.
What?
No.
No,
I feel like we are very
No.
at odds.
no. No, because I mean, no.
Once you see John in person, you'll say yes.
No, I'd need maybe in a nice midriff. That might be hot,
Nice
right?
belly
No?
button shot.
Yeah. I think that's hot.
I hate belly buttons so
So,
much.
Vivi, how you doing?
Good. Why?
I'm so happy you're back.
You. What happened while I was gone?
Nothing.
Don't worry about it.
What do you mean?
Everything.
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing?
Everything. I just vomited in my mouth a little.
Oh! What were you guys talking about?
You don't. wanna
Chocolate
know.
chips in
Mustard.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. I work in healthcare, so nothing grosses me out. Just FYI.
Wait a minute, did you just say nothing?
Pretty much.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted.
I've got a picture of my post-surgery on my foot that I'm gonna send you.
Go ahead.
Oh no,
Eats
she's
ketchup
probably
chips,
seen
nothing.
medical. It's
I
gotta be.
work in healthcare.
Yeah, no, it's gotta be non.
No,
It's
trust
gotta
me,
be
it's not even a
non-medical.
foot at this point. It's a
It
peg
doesn't
leg.
matter. I've worked in
with-
I work in healthcare in many different things. Send it to me. Send it. I'll see it.
I don't even know what it looks like because I had them take the picture because I refused to look at it until my toe is healed.
Please DM the foot surgery photo and do not share your. I don't think you can share pictures. Hang on, I'm gonna get my food. I'll be right back.
No,
and
don't
watch
do it.
me. No, I'm telling you, the things that when you work in healthcare, nothing like phases you, and we will be sitting giving report about the nastiest stuff while eating because it's just necessary. Oh yeah.
Well, they're used to having to clean up after human beings, and
Yep.
Yeah.
That's not even bad.
I don't know what it looks like. I hate blood, so that freaks me out.
Oh,
Why do
that's
you
not bad
hate
at all.
blood?
I
I like it. I'm glad I have it.
I don't.
Yeah.
well, at least we know
I
that
wish I
Josh
was a
isn't a
vampire.
vampire.
Yeah, like, I wish I was a vampire, but like was able to get all my proteins and whatever I need blood through tomato juice. Like, ugh, I hate blood.
Vampire.
No, I didn't say I was getting my foot. I said I was getting my food.
What?
Go get
With
your
a D,
friends.
a D.
So you
What
go
is this?
getting the D in the foot?
What is this place you worked at, Sugar Punk?
Oh god.
I've never heard of this place.
The Genius Bar. Oh, with Apple.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
The Genius Bar at Apple.
Yeah, it's a
You've
bar
seen
for
things there?
genius. Oh yeah, going through those computers.
Retail?
78 Pyre.
Oh, got it. Click, click, got it.
Click, click, click.
Bra, 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 bra.
How did you see it? That's cute that your doctor took a picture with
Yeah,
your
my
foot.
doctor. Let me tell you guys about this doctor. Kookiest man I have, and I'm kooky. I'm freaking weird.
I was
So
just
when I
about to
met
say.
this guy, I was very, very confused about what was happening because this man could have been a carnival carny. He was impressive. Like,
I gotta add my new meme to the meme channel.
I mean,
Oh, yes, please.
shouldn't children doctor be funny?
he's a foot doctor. Not
He's a
okay,
giant.
okay. The train arrived. All right.
Wow.
That's a good one, Rory.
Thank you.
Oh,
I'm
wait.
here all night.
Vivi, I've got another picture for you actually. Yeah.
You need to share the Phineas and Ren one too.
That's a
Oh,
good.
yes.
That's a good
I need to show the previous photo too as well so that it makes sense.
We have a new memer, by the way, as of Sunday.
Oh, do we?
Memer?
Who's that?
Literally during our Sunday stream, we got so many memes.
That's amazing. I love. See, the meme channel is like the best.
Best solution. Yeah.
Best. Yeah.
Is the
Yeah.
meme channel
Oh, I
the
laughed
me
at
channel,
it.
Vivi?
The
It's just
meme.
Mimi.
It's a meme.
Yeah,
meme.
it's all. It's your favorite thing. It's the me channel.
It is meme channels. Memes. Meme.
You know, when you say meme or meme or whatever, it reminds me of the puppets.
The Muppets.
No, it's
Oh,
a
no.
Beaker
Beaker, yeah.
Beaker, gotcha.
and Bunsen.
one.
Bum, 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 bum. Honestly, I was laughing so hard because I was like, follow the leader, follow the leader. And I started dancing and I looked up at you and you're like, and I'm like, oh, you're always on my wave like every single time. Every time. Okay, I need to find the meme channel to put it in. Okay.
Do you see the pic I sent you?
Ooh, that's a nice pic.
Yeah, that's a nice pic. That's just for your eyes.
Oh my.
That's... Oh my.
Well, there was a confession earlier today.
Oh yes, there was a confession. That was me that messaged John about.
Yeah, I know.
These are her confessions? What?
These are confessions.
Okay, question.
Answer.
If Gimbal and Rin die tonight,
Yeah,
Yeah.
not gonna happen, but yeah.
what the freak do we do next?
Do not
Oh.
throw
Hey, wait.
the tree.
Throw the tree. Sounds like you're telling me to just throw the tree.
Do we want me to shoot it out of my bow?
Yes.
What the heck did the
No,
memes channel?
put a
Why
little
can't I
metal
find it?
tip on the end of the tree and shoot it from your bow.
Yeah. Just tie the tree to the end of one of my arrows.
Yes. Perfect.
You know, if it breaks quickly, it's rotted, so it would create a lot of kindling really fast.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really annoying. Why is the memes channel not showing up on my phone, but it's showing up on my desktop?
You
I don't know.
have the
need a
tab
new
hidden.
phone.
Did you accidentally collapse the general tab? Because
No,
then it
it's-
won't show up.
Yeah, it says it's the mini terrains, and then it says John's birthday, and then RSVP.
How
So the
dare the
memes
memes channel?
I don't know where the heck it went
All
on
right.
my phone. It's on here. I don't know where the heck it
We are back.
Come back.
Are we? I'm not done eating yet.
Back again.
So, as we begin the second half of tonight's session, thank you again to my players and all of our viewers. Great stream so far, and we'll see how long everybody lasts. We do have the party inside this interesting alcove that lies behind these ancient granite stairs in the midst of the twisted forest, allured by the sense of magic found by Rin through his detect magic, then going twice more, narrowing in, realizing there was enchantment behind these stairs. And then the glee of Gimbal, which led him even to the masticatory betrayal of Brim as Gimbal bit his hand and sprinted off to go behind these walls. Now you stand behind them. And in perhaps the most disappointing, frustrating letdown of all DMery, there is nothing nasty in here. You find
That's
It's just a
Very
way. It's a
croissant.
throwaway. They
Well,
never
don't
get
be
a
so sad, John.
I know, jeez.
you find inside. Hold on, where's my?
Don't trust it. Don't.
Okay, you find there is a massive amount of copper here, more than you could probably even carry if you did not have a bag of holding. There are thousands of coins of copper. There are. Are you going to count all this, or are you going to like?
Not right now. I'll just shovel it in there. I'll make sure Rin gets the amulet that
All right.
he's
All right.
looking at.
So the rest of
Maybe
the
a couple scrolls.
the rest of the
Yeah,
party.
so select items will be pulled off to the side for us to look at, but any kind of coinage is definitely getting just thrown.
Okay, so the rest of the party, you hear the tinkling of coins and the giggling laughter of Gimbal coming from behind this wall as he is shoveling. So I'll give you the counts on the coins later. You do find 3 scrolls. 2 of them are in wooden holders. One of them is in a bone container. And then that amulet which glows. You also find several common-looking daggers, a couple of short swords, also various trinkets and mementos, personal effects in abundance, things that were just ripped off and tossed here below.
So all of the swords. Rin, you're gonna see Gimbal just stuff items after items after items after items. If he sees any curiosity, I'll open the bag for you to see just a black hole, and then items after items the amulet off to the side, the scrolls off to the side, items, coins, and DM, you said trinkets and mementos. So if I could also get those included in the list.
All right.
Did somebody say trinket?
I knew I would get Lilith's attention with that. All right, so you're scooping and scraping. You don't even know what you put in this bag, but you put a lot of stuff inside the bag. But yes, again, the things which stand out to you because Rin identified them as magical. None of the daggers, none of the other sort of weaponry and accoutrement. Most of it looked like it came from peasants and pitiful desert dwellers with very little to their name, but all had some coin. You can only imagine dozens, no, hundreds and hundreds of people must have been grabbed, snatched to create this amassed wealth. It's actually sobering. As much as Gimbal could be sobered while he scratches gold and items into his bag, it is stunning to think how many lives have gone into creating this much wealth. You do have those 3 scrolls and the amulet, which you have not scaped into the bag. What are you doing?
Rin's gonna pick up the 2 scrolls that are in the wooden containers.
Mm-hmm.
As well as the amulet, and he's going to look at the amulet and see if there's any writing or any identifying marks on it.
No, as you look at the amulet, it's a gold chain with a simple opal, an oval-shaped, an oval opal. That's not too many. An oval opal that sits at the bottom of it.
Gimbal. Though I can detect magic within this, I honestly can't tell exactly what it does. I don't quite have that ability. When you were working with that weapon that you gave Mr. Grimm, it seemed like you had the ability to actually look into the weapon and understand its properties. Could you take this and look into this as well?
I can, yeah, and we can look over the scrolls and probably figure out what they are, and I can take. It's. Oh, that was weird. Twitch just went down for me. Yeah, we might want to make sure that we're in or maybe this is the right place. Sometimes I take very quick to identify, and sometimes I take a little bit longer. But I can definitely do that for you, yes, Raymond.
All right, while they're doing this, I'm going to come back out to the rest of the party. You see that Carl looks nervous. He's anxiously looking around, seems very concerned. Phineas just has a low growl as he stands next to you, Alondra. Brim and Lilith, you both hear the clinking of coins and the things going on behind the wall, but you hear the low growl in Phineas' throat.
Elandra is hearing Phineas growling. She's going to cast Speak with Animals and turn to him and say, Phineas, what is it? What do you smell?
Oh, I love it. Now I have to create a dog voice. I did not see this coming. Okay. Danger. Smells funny. There's something unnatural atop the stairs. Danger.
The thing with the wings? Or something else?
That was small. Something bigger and the short one. Greedy. Danger.
Yes, you're right. But something big up there. Does it smell like that smell of death we were smelling yesterday? Do you remember that strange smell that smelled like rot and death?
He casts his nose up, inhales deeply.
Too many smells, too much stench, human waste, sweat, markings, and he kind of looks down in between his legs. Everywhere, markings.
I understand. All right. Well, good job. And she'll just give him a really good like scruff between the ears. Just keep paying attention. I'll make sure that Friend and Gimbal are okay.
We should not be here. Not safe.
I know. But there are people that need us. You know that. We've helped lots of people before. We have to do it again. And I know you'll be brave. And fight well when the time comes.
Calm down here, Scooby. Well played, Terry. All right, so back to Gimbal and Rin.
So, just so you know, Gimbal, I only picked up the 2 scrolls with and the wooden enclosures.
Okay.
I'm gonna step back out now. This is.
Do you have the amulet? Did you get your amulet?
So I'm handing that to you.
Okay.
So when you can understand what this amulet holds, please let me know.
Yeah, for sure. And I'll go ahead. I'll pick up the scroll in the bone casing, put that in the satchel, and you'll see me put the amulet in there also. Yeah, it's good to not just pick items up and just think that they're okay to pick up and use them. You should always check them out first.
Agreed.
Okay.
You never know, someone could lose an eye or something. Could you help me out if you're...
Low blow. Of course.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We should be careful getting out. That thing might still be up there.
So we're gonna slip back out then. Oh, I can't go through that hole. Have to fly over. Whee!
Do we see them flying?
No, you do not. You see them scrabbling through the hole.
During this time, Brim, after talking with Elandra, and she kind of heading back off and now growling with Phineas. He's going to look down at Lilith. What's wrong?
And you notice Lilith has her arm around you as best as she can, because you're obviously a bit larger than she is. And she's gripping onto your clothes a little bit tighter than she would before. And you just see a tear coming down from her face. As you see that and you ask her what's wrong, she quickly tries to wipe it away and pretend that nothing's happening. Nothing. I'm fine.
He's gonna grab your hand as you try and wipe it away.
It's better to cry, to try and live them. Now may not be the time to fully let it out. But I'm here for you if you need me.
And she'll
Let's
go
go
ahead.
of her hand.
You kind of see her looking down at the ground and kind of kicking the ground a little bit. And then she kind of looks up at you. You know who would have loved this? That. And she points towards like the hole where Gimbal and Rin are.
Yarsh talks.
And he just kind of smiles at you and then pulls his arm tight around you and puts his hand on your head and pulls you against his shoulder, like, chest, his stomach, whatever height you come up to.
Yeah.
I know. She would have loved her.
And she wouldn't have waited that long to get in there either. To be really honest.
Yep. I know. And Shorwin would be in the back, pissing up a storm about it all.
Clink, 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 clink. Why you guys always have to wait and talk? We should be in there already.
All right.
Thank you, Graham.
Rest of the party, you see this happening. You see Gimbal come tap dancing out. He's holding that sack. You've seen him throw immense items in, and more than it should contain. And he's grinning ear to ear. Rin, what does Rin look like as he comes out?
Rin just, as he steps out, he kind of has tucked the scrolls into one of his pockets, and he goes over to Alondra. A lot of possessions under there. I have a bad feeling about this place. But if we can find anyone in there, we should attempt to bring them out of there. I found a couple scrolls. I'll check on those later. But and the little one over there, well, he collected everything else, I think. He seemed very giddy about it, which was unnerving, but yeah, so we should probably continue moving forward. And I know it doesn't seem like the safest bet, but I have a feeling there are people in there.
Just as a note, Rin, and you'll see a soberness come on. That's not the glee of the gold. That's useful and all. But these scrolls, that amulet, I mean, granted, they probably came from the people that were taken here, but it might also give us some understanding of what room here, or advantage to save them. That's the key.
Just so that Rin is aware, when he came up to talk to Alondra, he had seen something he has never seen before. She is speaking to Phineas in actual dog language and not spoken word, so he's just hearing her go to communicate back. So yeah, so she stops obviously when she hears him approach and when he starts talking, and then she'll turn to him and say, Phineas has smelled something large and unfriendly that way.
And first Rin's gonna look at Gimbal, goes, you make a point, and then he's gonna turn back to Alondra, and then he's gonna look around the area. Really unfriendly in this place.
Very unfriendly. It smells, well, he says he smells lots of different things, but there's something very big up there.
Well, I suppose that should be the direction we move towards then.
Yeah. I think that...
Mr. Brim, sir. You're fairly large. Might you want to lead the way this time?
Thinking about that. I'd like for one the chairs to be checked. And then I will take front.
Is there said for the chairs to be checked?
That's what I heard too.
I
think he said stairs.
Oh, stairs.
My apologies, Mr. Brim, my apologies.
I didn't know you spoke dog too. Interesting.
I can check the stairs before we go up them, of course. So Alondra will turn and start inspecting the stairs for any traps or anything.
Roll D20 for me, please, and just give me your raw score.
Okay. I'm doing 2d20 again. Advantage! That one, the 16 on the die is my higher of the two.
Okay. You see nothing unusual, just weathered stone, granite eroded over time by wind, and countless footsteps. Blood, some fresh, some dried. Bits of flesh as though flayed, whipped from bodies, then drying and laying in bits of flesh upon the steps, but nothing else as you approach these giant, dark oaken doors with huge iron handles.
All right, seems fine to me.
Grim places the obsidian or the ebony looking blade on his shoulder. Reaver. He looks back at the group.
Are you ready?
Yeah, Brim, can I get back on your shoulder though?
I'd prefer if you were behind me. But if you
No,
insist,
no, Mr. Brim, that's a good idea. I'll walk right behind you.
Brim is fine.
As he takes his first step onto the steps. And he stops on the second one and he looks back at the group.
Our last rites are to be completed by those remaining.
And he nods his head to the group.
We'll have to talk about that if we survive this, Rin and Alondra.
Is Call right next to me? As in the picture?
Call has come walking up, and you just like, he looks extremely disconcerted. Like this whole endeavor, while he wanted to save those who were taken, he is very unsure about what's happening here, and he's gotten quiet. He's not really spoken much since you said the words about Pelor earlier, a couple of comments, but now he looks shaken.
Well, after Brim finishes his deep, insightful statement, Rin's just gonna look at Call. I believe that's why he's the leader.
If you say this is the thing which we should follow, then I will follow it. No, forgive me. Your Pelor, he will be here with us. And he turns and moves up the stairs. Anyone else before you reach the doors?
Well, my mini has seemed to have disappeared from the map.
And the whole map is gone.
Yeah.
The whole map is gone. Like I literally see water now.
Okay,
Is
all
your
right. So,
little cursor thing too low?
No,
Yeah.
I'm zoomed out as far as I can go.
okay, all right. Well, look, this is all the fun stuff. This is part of us figuring out all the cool.
So I'm gonna close out Spellspire and come back in real quick.
I just re-added you. Hang on.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna link you to this real quick here. I like letting our viewers watch this happen, and I'm gonna add not Spice Theater, Evie.
There I am.
You have control of this mini now. Yes.
Thank you.
There you
yes.
go. All right. These huge oaken doors bound with heavy iron ominously stand before you, 20 feet tall, arching to a peak at the top. The granite sheer face almost seems as though it leers at you in defiance.
Kimbo pulls out that tree, that small tree, from his satchel and holds it in his hand. Looks over to Rin. Looks like I should have shrunk that one instead. And pointing up to the door. But, oh well. I'll just hold the tree in my hand.
Okay.
Brim, before opening the door, will put the back of his hand up close to the knob. Does he feel anything?
Roll D20 for me, please.
Okay. I'm going to use advantage. That is an 8 and a 12, so whatever you want to add to it, go.
Yeah, so 12 is your top roll. No, you do feel a bit of chill air that seems to come through a crack between these oaken doors, but nothing else.
All
Mr. Brim, 1 second. And Rin's going to cast Detect Magic in the direction of the door.
You see Rin, as you concentrate, no magic on these doors, but clearly beyond your 60-foot radius, but so powerful that it does creep into the very periphery of your spell. There is magic somewhere in here that is very powerful, but nothing on these doors.
We should be prepared. There's nothing magical within the door itself, but I can just make out something in there. Just stay vigilant.
I'm planning on opening up the right door. We should stand to the left side and then sweep the room coming from right to left with our visuals.
Okay.
Alright. As he's gonna move up on the left, he's gonna, before grabbing the door, he grabs the ram skull around his neck.
Oh, and Rin goes once again. One moment, Mr. Brim. And he's going to cast Guidance on Brim.
Thank you.
So, still holding onto the ram skull, he does his touching of the eyes, and then the lightning bolt comes from his face.
1 second, Mr. Brim.
I'm gonna kill you! I'm gonna do it! I wanna fight!
And he casts Shield of Faith on Brim.
Tell Brim what he gets.
All right, so
That's not all. Terry, tell him what he's won.
Shield of Faith grants you +2 deflection bonus to AC, additional +1 to bonus for every 6 levels you have, and it will last you 5 rounds. No, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I'm sorry, 5 minutes.
Okay, so Shield of Faith gives me, if I'm 6th level, +3 to my AC?
It gives you, yes, +3.
Okay,
Right.
So +3. And then
And guidance, you so
get a
guidance will
D4
give,
with everything.
guidance. Yeah, it'll give you a +1,
Oh,
+1 competence bonus on a single attack roll, saving throw, or skill check.
okay, once. Gotcha. Okay. He waits.
1 second, Mr. Brim. Lilith
Brim's
will,
hand is on the knob at this point and just not looking.
Lilith will like, excuse me, pardon me, up the stairs.
Okay, all right.
And then instead of actually like laying her entire hand on Brim, she just kind of pokes him in the back and she casts Barkskin.
We're gonna have like an AC of 30 walking in here.
That could be important.
That's ideal.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
So what does Barkskin give me?
+2 to your AC.
Holy crap.
You
And she kind
feel
of snickers as she kind of like backs up a little bit.
as Lilith's hand touches you.
No, not her hands, just her fingers. She
Her
I was
fingers.
poking his back.
you feel your skin grow stiff, but not in a constricting way. With a feeling of protective power, you look down and you see craggly marks in your skin, still the color of your natural skin, but looking like bark from a tree.
Limble's not going to say anything to hold Brim up any longer, but he is going to look up to see where that creature is.
It's gone.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Brim's gonna open that right door and swing over to his left, keeping his shoulder against the left door.
Alondra has her bow at the ready, just in case.
You lay your shoulder against the door. The latch, as you pull it down, it clicks heavily, and the door, as it opens, grinds against the stone wall behind it and opens into a yawning chasm behind. Dark, you can barely make out some stairs.
Okay. I look in. I go a sweep from right to left, looking up the stairs. Do I see anything? Do I smell anything?
You smell the same thing that you caught on the air outside is pungent here. Unwashed bodies, urine, feces, sweat, blood. You see trails, even in the dim light coming through these doors. But the darkness, as you look up the stairs, it is deep, unnatural darkness.
Got some deep, unnatural darkness ahead.
As he's going around the door now, blade at the ready, and will slowly start to make his way up the stairs, looking around.
As you step through the threshold of the doorway, the rest of the party, you see Brim vanishes.
Gimbo will just follow.
Lilith as well.
That doesn't seem. Yeah, go ahead.
Rin follows as well.
Come on, Phineas.
Alondra leaves.
Phineas, a low growl, a low growl in his throat, a reluctance, hackles rising on his back, and he walks in as well. Calm, muttering to himself, and you actually can hear, as you step through Rin, he speaks the name of Pelor as he steps through the threshold. And each of you are plunged into utter darkness.
Oh. Okay.
You can feel the stone stairwell beneath you. The air is cool, but replete with these smells of human suffering. You feel squishiness, but you can literally see nothing. It is utter, unnatural darkness.
So, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, would I be able to see anything in my vision, my dark vision, and staff dark vision, or is this the dark?
Yeah, so you broke up there a little bit, Rory, but if I heard your question, no, you recognize this is some unnatural darkness. There is nothing to be seen here. Infravision, ultravision, nothing reveals. All you can do is smell and feel in this stairwell.
So, Rin's gonna take his quarterstaff, and he's gonna touch it and cast light on it.
As you take out your quarterstaff and you imbue it with the power of light you have used so often, you see there's a quick flare for a moment. You see a narrow stairwell, barely wide enough to accommodate Brim's shoulders. You see bits of entrail and flesh, blood moving up. It winds around in a spiral pattern, and just as quickly, like clouds covering the sun, it's dark again.
So, just to double check. So light can be used to counter or dispel any darkness spell of equal or lower spell level. So I'm assuming this is above. Oh, okay.
You can make whatever assumption you would like, but yes. So no. Look, you're obviously a very smart fellow. So you know. Sorry, go ahead, Terry. You're pointing
Did
down.
I see any of the other members?
Oh yeah, you saw. Yeah. So you saw them.
Okay,
Yeah. So you're on the stairwell, but you saw Brim at the top, and or not the top, but sort of the lead, and his shoulders going wall to wall. Everyone else around you, and it was like a glimpse, like a flash, and then gone back to darkness.
All right. So Rin's going to try again with light.
All right.
And because I'm testing something.
Okay, so you do it again as you recall your light. Now the second time, the same thing happens, but this time the flare is more brief, and you see tendrils of darkness almost like claws coming down into the light, getting closer to Brim's shoulders.
We should move quickly through this. And Rin's kind of very frantic here. No matter how hard I try, my light spell isn't working in here, and the second time there's some sort of darkness trying to encompass us. We should move quickly through this path. There are entrails on the side, and you just hear him continuously talking as he's trying to move forward.
Rin,
Wait,
Please.
everybody, stop. Alondra, do you have that rope still?
That. I'm trying to kind of gauge the placement of where Lil's voice is coming from. Yeah, it's in my pack. Yeah.
let's walk and talk.
Yeah, we should keep moving. I understand rope is nice.
Yeah.
Let's all hang on to the rope so that we're all together, so we don't lose each other in the darkness. Is what I mean.
That is good plan.
Let's just follow. If we can get to Alondra's voice, we'll just all hang on to the rope. Give it a good 2 tugs if you feel or notice anything dangerous.
Okay, so Alondra, I believe, came in last behind everyone else. So what?
Dark tendrils. Does that mean anything to anyone?
We're moving. We're moving.
Yeah, we're moving.
Okay, so Alondra was in last, so she's just gonna pass the end of the rope towards where she remembers Rin last being when the light flashed. So she's gonna pass the end and let him pass forward because he at least saw people.
Yeah.
And she's gonna hold on to her end and actually tie it around her waist.
Okay.
And Brim is turning because if he was feeling it against his shoulders or that he was bumping, he would have turned to the side, having his blade outstretched in front of him, like off that.
You hear sounds and strange noises as your footsteps scrape. Brim, you feel the hallway getting narrower as you move up. You feel the spiral tilt of the staircase. There is nothing to be seen. This awkwardness, you hear the heavy breathing, you hear the low growl coming from Phineas as your footsteps go up the stairs, still in utter darkness.
And Rin still has his quarterstaff in his one hand, and so he kind of takes the rope and wraps it around his other hand and touches it again for another cast of light to see if there's any change.
As you do it again now for this 3rd time, you see there are claws hovering right above Brim's head, like fingers, talons of darkness, shade, and then gone even more quickly this time.
Brim, there is something trying to get you right now, Mr. Brim. Claws, darkness, faster.
Let's move, I'm trying.
As he's been trucking as fast as he could up these stairs.
So you pick up the pace?
Yeah.
I'm moving as fast as I can go.
All right. You begin to rush up the stairs. Brim, as you're turning, your shoulders scraping, you hunch in more narrowly. You feel there is something that touches the sides of your head. Cold, chill. I need you to make a saving throw for me. Fortitude, DC 22.
Fortitude? Okay, well, thankfully that's all right. I'm gonna roll with advantage. I know that's surprising, but yeah. So let's grab that one and let's grab this one, and then we're gonna roll. Oh boy.
The words "oh boy" are
that's a 20.
You feel chill in your skull, and as it hits you, your brain, it feels like your mind is utterly frozen. You take 17 points of cold damage. You cannot help but let out a gasp. No one else feels this, but you do feel a chill coming in from the walls.
Keep moving.
still moving, and Rin's gonna do another light check.
Up front, please. Because if that's causing any help for him, I want it to stop. It's also very disorienting.
This time, Rin, as you cast your light one more time, it's a flash. It's such a glimpse. And you see visages, faces hovering around Brim. You see others coming from the walls lower, but they started from the top down, catching the tall Brim first. And there are hands attached to his head, dark, shadowy talons. But you also see just briefly now, Brim, you're catching a silvery blue luminescence at the top of the stairs now. You can actually make out.
He's like with the rope somehow attached to him, maybe in an arm, I don't know. But he's got the rope and he's literally just gonna start pulling everyone up, trying to get out of this hallway.
With much of all this, the light flashing. Gimbal, I also see this stuff, correct? Or is
Yes.
it just Rin
Yes.
seeing it?
Everybody sees it. Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to, as I'm holding the rope, I am going to reach forward. I'm going to go with it.
Yeah, you're freezing a lot tonight, Rory. Hey, thank you, Scald, for the follow. Oh, Fenris. Are you a Joe Abercrombie camp, Fenris the Feared? Is that where that came from? If I've got another Abercrombie fan here, you are more than welcome to the Mad Chatters, my friend. Go ahead, Rory.
Okay, so just close the spires if that'll stop my computer.
No, it's your Zoom.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with Tailspire. Your Zoom is freezing.
I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, something with your internet. It's fine. Or
Because my Twitch just shut down too.
yeah, you got something going on with it. We'll roll with it. Go ahead, my friend.
Okay, so I will hold on the pouch, reach into the satchel, pull out some iron dust, and let go. Stash the iron dust between my hands, reach forward, and keep moving until I feel Brim's legs, grab his legs, and cast Reduce Person.
So you're shrinking Brim.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brim, you did not consent to this, so he's going to get a DC. What is the saving throw DC?
Fortitude negates, and if it goes by this, it's 14. Otherwise, my spell save is 20. So, I don't know which one.
Well, so it'd be your caster level.
Okay, so then it's 20.
Yeah, 20. So you need a Fortitude save, DC 20.
Oh, that's a 13.
All right, so you are smaller. And hang on here. All right, so as you're doing this, you do this right as you emerge at the top of the stairs. You try to remain quiet. I need each of you to make a stealth check, please. Tell me what your score is.
Okay.
I'm using advantage because
Advantage as well, please.
Advantage.
What negatives does half plate give me? Sorry. I never had the stealth.
Yeah, just give me your raw score plus your bonus. I will apply the negatives from your armor.
Oh, gosh.
So go ahead.
30 for me.
Oh, nice.
All
That's
right.
good.
What were we rolling for again? Sorry.
Stealth.
Stealth.
Stealth. Okay, hang on. Let me check.
23 for Gimbal.
Okay.
Oh, that's a nice one too.
19.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh no, Rin.
Oh. Red.
He's casting light all the time.
8.
With your bonuses?
With I rolled a 1 and a 3.
No.
Oh, ding.
All right. As you come to the top of the stairs, and as Gimbal puts the spell upon Brim, you try to creep silently, and you come into a vast cavern. You see stone walls, and there's a shimmering light that comes from your left. It looks like the crackling of lightning against the walls, casting shadows across this huge cavern. You see there are several indolent orcs lounging on parapets around. some of them have crossbows, some have blades. One is holding a staff in his left hand while he scratches his nether regions with his right hand, utterly unaware, even with the bumbling 8 from Brim. They do not hear the crackling sound of whatever that lightning is coming from the left is obscuring the noise of your movement. They don't seem to have noticed you, despite the cacophony of noise that you have made coming inside. But Brim, your attention is instantly arrested. And I am going to pull up...
I didn't do it!
Brim, first of all, and I love Tailspire, this is so fun. Watch the GM tools here, set size. You failed your saving throw. Brim, you are now a fraction of the size you once were, and you can see that on the tail. So I'm gonna have to. Do I have to summon all of you to the board again, or can you find those?
No, I got to my guy. Yeah.
You find your secondary minis.
Oh, there they are.
Yeah. So there's Brim.
it's
He's gonna look back
Brim the tiny.
towards the group.
Can we pet him?
What happened to all you guys? You must be really quiet.
All right. So
I love that you've got like your AC is like 32 and you're like so tiny.
Wait a minute. That means everything's bigger than him.
Does that mean you? Whoa, your bonus!
Your sword.
Your sword bonus!
Oh no, it doesn't all get shrunk with me, or
yeah, everything shrinks
Yeah.
with you.
how
Yeah.
it works.
Everything's
don't you
bigger
get a
than you
bonus
now.
for
But everything's
Everything's
bigger than you now.
now. So with your great sword,
Oh!
This is amazing!
Why don't we do this more often? But the problem is, what's my strength bonus now? Because I think it probably goes like way down.
Oh yeah. I mean, you're.
Oh.
You don't even worry about a strength bonus. You don't have one right now. So as I said, Brim, or Tiny Brim. Let's see if I can find him here. It's so fun. Like, I love this. This is so cute. I don't know why Rory did that, but I'm sure he had a reason. There's
There was things attacking his head.
Okay,
So now
well,
he's
he did, but
smaller.
you were
So
right at the
would
top.
attack his
You were right at the top of the stairs, or so he was already getting out. But it was fun though. So, Tiny Brim, as you look around, your attention is seized as you look over to your right. And so I mentioned these indolent-looking orcs. If you can watch your Twitch screen here, you'll see they are here atop these wooden and stone platforms, looking in different directions. Here is the one with the staff scratching his nether regions, looking off to the side, not really paying attention. But Brim, what you see is this macabre scene of skulls, of bleached bone piled high like columns. They adorn a short wooden bridge, and this short wooden bridge crosses a chasm. Two more of these skull columns sit atop it, and there, on the opposite end of the bridge, slumps Father Aaron, his body scarred and bloody, his arms and legs bound with thick iron. His head lolls listlessly to the side, and drool dangles from slack, cracked lips. You are unnoticed. What do you do?
Rim will slowly turn around. I do not know why I'm smaller. But what's the plan? Do we hit the orcs first? Or do we save? And he's gonna nod over to where the captive is.
Or do we save the captive?
Oh, it would make sense to probably deal with the opposition before we try to help the captive.
Good idea.
Would we know, Gimbal and I, would we know that that's who that is?
No. Only Brim knows.
Okay.
Okay.
And he's going to look over to Gimbal.
Gimbal? If there's any way you could get me back to my original size, thank you for your help.
So just as a point of reference, you were a large creature before, right?
Technically, no. I was at like the far edges of medium.
Yeah, he's right on the border.
Okay, well, okay.
The
you're
tall
on the far-
medium.
Okay, so you're on the far edges of small.
Yeah,
then.
Yoda Brim.
Go down sides.
Attack those ankles.
Attack those
You're still a
ankles.
little bit, you're like Lilith height. Like, you're still taller than me.
Gimbal,
Yeah, I mean, just give it some time. It wears off, don't worry. But now you're more sneaky. And maybe we can do some more things and sneak up. You've seen me sneak up on people before. Don't got a lot of time. Let's, let's use our advantage. If you stay close, I can even make you go invisible.
Gimbal, my
It's
whole
okay.
thing is dragging attention. I need them to hit me and not you.
They can still try to hit you, but you're smaller now, so it's tougher. Trust me, I do this every day.
Okay.
We could even double team somewhere. Where do you want to go?
I want to
You
kill
pointed out that
these
captive.
orcs.
Okay, well, let's go find an orc then. I'm not. Okay, let's go. Point the way, Mr. Brim.
And, gosh. So are these supports down here that are holding up the walkways that the orcs are standing on?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, those are wooden. So you see there are wooden columns here holding up these walkways, these platforms that the orcs, and in fact, yeah, your check was high enough. You see there's actually one directly above you here as well. So if you're watching my Twitch screen, there is one, but you hear a snoring coming from him atop the platform.
Brim's going to turn back around to the group, hold him in.
Alondra, Gimbal, whoever, go for the one with the staff first. If he's anything like the thing I killed for the sword, he's going to be trouble and we want him out first. I'm going to go for this, the supports of the far beams under where they're standing and try and hack those down.
You're kind of small. I could turn you invisible.
Call pushes his way forward. Gimbal, what is this foolishness? We need Brim at his full strength. This is
There is stuff attacking your head, okay?
But this is gone now. We need his full strength. Can you not restore him?
It will come. It will come. Brim, just go fight. It will come back.
And there's one sleeping above us. We need to take out him too, but I'm going.
Okay. All
I
right.
will
So
stay very close to Brim. And I don't know how long it's been, but it only lasts for 1 minute.
I'm sorry. What would you say, Rory?
Gimbal is going to stay with Brim the entire time, very close to him.
Okay.
And the spell Reduce Person only lasts for 1 minute, so I'm not sure how long it's been at this point.
Yeah. So you're getting it a good 30, 45 seconds. So it's pretty close. All right. So tell me what you're doing, Brim.
So Brim, with the countdown, after giving like the different ideas, not orders, because he's not the leader, he's counting down and then running for those support beams to try and just
Across the other side. Okay.
yes, to try and hack through as many of those as he can to try and destroy these supports.
All right. So hang on. So let me measure distance here, and your movement is going to be halved. So let's see. Hang on here. Sorry.
still working through. Whoa!
Before he leaves.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Oh, did you read that?
What? There's no try.
Oh my god.
That's so awesome.
Okay, so, Brim, you are moving from here. The supports are 40 feet. Your movement is cut in half. So you're going to get about halfway across. Gimbal, did you say you were staying with him?
Yes, I'm staying right with him, and
All right.
I'm back into Tailspire when I summon me.
All right, good. Yeah, and you're sprinting across. What's everyone else doing?
Alondra's had her bow drawn the whole time, minus when they were going up the stairs like a bunch of silly people. So, but she's got her bow and arrow ready.
Are you following?
I'm going to stay back because I like to be at a distance.
Okay.
As a ranger, I like distance. It's my friend.
All right, so
Lilith will follow.
you are keeping a healthy distance. Lilith, what were you doing?
She'll follow.
She's following them. All right, so you're going to sprint forward behind them. You find it's very easy to keep up with Brim, and you've never found it easy to keep up with him. It's kind of pleasant watching his little stubby legs move across the stone. Rin, what are you doing?
Rin will also keep with the group.
All right, so only Alondra and Phineas remain behind, and I will have to add the minis for those. As you rush across, there they are! You hear a voice shout from atop this dais here. As you look over to your left, you see this incredible lightning arcing across a portal that sits on the floor. You become visible to the creature which stands above. Atop this high dais stands a Red Lord. Presumably the same one that you saw inside the Orc fort. He stands atop with an imperious stature, and you see that strange-looking red, crimson, impish creature that flaps with wings nearby and hurls curses and imprecations at you, giggling. And you see lightning begin to move across the floor here, straight toward Brim. It is initiative.
And it's Brim's initiative.
No.
It is. It is. I lost the second initiative last
My
time.
new die. Thank you, Lily Sparks, for the amazing dice. That's a 1.
A 1. And the DM has a 6.
Yep.
Holy crap.
You might want to throw that.
Yeah. This is why Josh doesn't roll for initiative.
Josh, you see lightning falls directly from the hand of this Red Lord that stands atop the stone dais. And by the way, everybody, just take a moment and enjoy the glory of Tailspire. Is that not a wicked looking scene? This is just, I just love this tool. I think it creates immersion. I still want theater of mind. I want descriptions. I like my physical terrain, but having a scene like this is so slick. And you see the lightning moves from his hand, follows to the floor, chains in an arc straight towards you across the floor. And I need you to make a reflex save, DC 22. Gimbal, you were right behind him. You also need to make a reflex save, DC 22. As you see chained lightning, well, you still can. A 20 is a 20.
Not 20.
Oh, okay. Rolling with advantage. Yeah.
Brim had advantage.
Nope.
No? All right, Gimbal?
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20, all right. You are just out of reach, Lilith. You see this lightning arc across the floor, and in just the flash of an eye, you smell burning flesh as both Gimbal and Brim take...
This is when you say 5 damage.
38 points. as the lightning grows across the floor. It hits your bodies. You see it arcs through the sky. Lilith, you have to turn your head away. You see their bodies illuminated with this lightning. And then the smell of charred flesh fills the room, and the cackle comes from this Red Lord. You are fools! Why did you think you could follow me here? All right, party. The rest of the orcs, they were not ready. So all of these, they turn. They do not get attacks this round. They wake up, they turn, they start looking. He stops scratching his privies. He pulls himself off the ledge here. And now we go to the party. And we're going to start with you, Brim. You have just been lit up crossing the floor. What do you do?
Brim is going to try and continue his momentum running forward, but his body is sizzling. And he's looking not great, but he's going to keep through with his mission, and he's going to try and get those pillars to start cutting through them.
All right, so you're going to take your round for full movement. You will reach the pillars. As you reach the pillars, you feel Gimble's spell wear off, and you revert to your normal size. Right as you reach the columns there that hold up the platforms, you hear a click, 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 as the orcs above are pulling back their crossbows. You, Gimble, what are you doing?
Definitely. Oh, Red. Oh, that didn't feel good. Please find me, and I will grab my finger and twist the ring as I go invisible.
Ooh, all right. So you hear Gimble utter these words. As he says them, you see he fiddles with something on his finger, and then suddenly Gimble, who stands right there following Brim as the lightning arcs across his body, Gimble vanishes.
I will move 10 feet towards Rin, and if I'm close enough to touch him, I will touch him to let him know where I'm at.
Oh yeah, you were only about 5 or 6 feet away. So Rin, you see him vanish, but you feel him tug. Lilith, what are you doing?
What is closest to me?
Closest to you is Rin, the vanished Gimble, and that's it. I mean, everything else is up on the parapets, and there's the stone bridge behind you.
Would I have known? I would have seen Gimble become invisible, right?
Yes, you saw him vanish.
Would I be able to attempt to find him?
Yeah, so you put your hands out. Go ahead and roll d20 for me and add, just add your dex bonus.
Okay.
Kind of a random check here. All right. Hey, Robert, thank you so much, sir. Good night. Mitch, good to see you. What'd you roll?
A hot 9.
A hot 9. You know, still that's fine because he ran right past you to get to Rin. You feel Gimble brush past you as he moves toward Rin.
As he brushes past me, I'll cast Cure Light Wounds.
So seeing Gimble damaged by the lightning bolt, Gimble, as you rush past to put your hands on Rin, you feel the healing power coming from Lilith. Now let's go to Alondra. What are you doing?
Let me see. I want to see how far. Can I see the guy that's on the dais up there?
If you move around this wall here, you can. Yes.
Okay, so then I would move a little bit.
All right, and you see him atop the platform there.
Check my distance real quick here.
Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the cheers, Patrick.
Okay, so he's 71 feet. That's well within my range of my bow and arrow. So, I will fire an arrow at him.
All right, roll to hit.
I'm gonna do it at advantage.
Yep.
Because that's how I like to roll.
Hey.
Also, John, I sent you a text. Just so you know.
Okay, got it.
That's a natural 20.
No way.
Yes.
Come on. You got to stop this. Everybody, if you watch this on Sunday, this player right here, Evelyn, she plays Irda on our Sunday stream. She had the amazing trifecta, a nat 20, followed by a nat 20 to confirm. It was actually advantage, so when I count that one as 2.
Yeah.
Then a double 0, 100 on the crit.
120%.
Yeah, so if you, because I do plus 20, so if you are a statistician, you know that's 1 in 4,000 odds of that. Thank you, Renreb. Advantage for all the players. That's good because they're burning through them. They need them.
Someone heal Brim.
So I'm gonna roll to confirm now.
All right, so now roll to confirm. Did you get the Greyhawk books, John? Oh, yes, Patrick, I did. I needed a Canadian Ancient Gamer. No way. What?
Yes.
No. No. No.
Yes.
You nat 20'd again?
Yes.
Roll that double 0. Take this dude out.
Do it. Do it.
Take
Oh my
this
God.
dude out.
Elandra, you pull your bow back. You hear the cackling of the Red Lord and the imp, the red-winged leathery imp that sits beside him, hovering as the lightning coruscates all around them. And you pull your bow back. I need you to roll percentile dice for me, please.
Oh, come on.
Come on, roll
Doing
high,
it.
roll high,
Doing
roll
it.
high,
Doing
roll
it.
high.
And it's
Got
plus
this.
20%. So.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh, yeah, it is.
Don't tell me what it is. I know what it is.
Just remind you. Just a gentle reminder.
It's 84.
That's your raw roll or your plus 20?
That's plus the 20. So
Plus
it's
20.
Oh, okay.
84. All right.
That's high.
That's still high.
And he's a spellcaster.
Let's go.
I go to the ever mysterious Tim crit tables, the legendary tables of critical hits. All
were
kinds
blessed
of
by the
goodness here.
Tim earlier, so
These-
that's why.
It's a 6 for my arrow dude.
Okay, so these can be used for the player Boon or Bane. Tonight it is Boon, and not one that I was expecting. You have got to stop doing this, Evelyn. All right, as she
Just
draws
in
back, you pull your arrow. I'm going to go to the arrow crits. And hold on here, let me reconsult the so that is a okay. That's a 12, got that. And so at Blue Box here, it's not just multiples of damage. It's not 2x, 3x, although that is part of it. You can kill a creature or be killed in one shot, which to me is more realistic. So I think it's a great way to add danger and an element of seriousness to combat. Danger, danger, ranger, danger. And so that's a there, and it's to that.
Come on.
Crunchy and messy. Tim had already said it's crunchy and messy, so I like the way it sounds.
It's crunchy and messy, but it's okay. So I'm gonna read the crit to you. It's not for sure what's gonna happen. So this is the shot. Elandra, you see your arrow leave your bow, and with a remarkable accuracy, as though guided by some unseen force. You even see beneath the hood of the Red Lord, his eyes grow wide as your arrow slams directly into his chest. It penetrates the target's chest. You don't know this, but it collapses a lung. Thunk, hits, a lung collapses. He has to make a check against Con, even to stay conscious. Otherwise, even if he makes that save, he has a minus to all of his future rolls and also suffers a risk every turn of dying from this collapsed lung. And if he survives, that's enough. All right, so I will make the roll.
What's the multiplier? And I can give you the total damage.
Yeah, so it's 3. So it's 18
3.
plus your
so
base.
18
Yeah.
plus 2, so it's 20 points total.
All right, so 20 points total, but that's not the important part.
Right.
The important part is the roll I'm about to make for his con check to see if he in fact survives. I mean, frickin' believable, Evelyn. All right, I'm going to use advantage. I had advantage earlier. Thank you so much, and I shall use it. And you'll find out next week. Oh! You called it. Did you call it, Terry?
There's no medic.
All right, and so that concludes our session tonight as the newly constructed Wayward Bolt is inside this strange... Oh, I forgot to mention. Forgive me, I should have mentioned this. There is, chained to the wall here, you see a string of 14 different humans of all sizes, ages, all chained together, and they're all kind of pointed toward this platform that you see here, and it looks like some have already been thrown in, and they're all kind of cowering against this wall. So you have found your slaves. Forgive me for not mentioning that. You have found them here inside this area, surrounded by orcs, as we now have Brim standing right at the base of those columns. We have Father Aaron here chained against the wall between these columns of skulls and stones, and we have the arrow, the absolutely guided arrow of Elandra, which is plunged into the chest of this Red Lord, and his imp stands by looking shocked as he sees this happen. And with that, we conclude tonight's session of Greyhawk Awakening. Bravo to our players, bravo to our viewers. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for all the great cheers, and man, a really, really good night tonight. Thank you for the follows, Cinder1313. You are now part of the Mad Chatters, the most elite chat in all of Twitch D&D. And I am joined tonight by this amazing group of players, and while they're getting ready to prep, we're going to go through Stream MVP, and we're also going to do our giveaway tonight, which is the Pat Draws t-shirt, and it is the Captain Cade Cardinal Pat Draws shirt, which is super cool. Let me pull this up so everybody can see it. Not that one, this one, no, this one, no, this one, there we go. And boom. All right,
No,
so wanted for excessive kindness, violent generosity, abusive force of alcoholic consumption, and overwhelming feeding habits. Be wary. You too can have your Blue Box Captain Cade Cardinal shirt tonight. You type !Cade in the chat and you will have it. We do have to conclude a little bit early tonight because it is Vivi's early night, but we are thinking about ways that we may go a little bit later every once in a while if the other players can do it, and we'll see how that all works out. With that said, let's go through Stream MVP. Each one of you will say why you should be Stream MVP. If you win, you get 1,000 experience points, and we'll tell you which of our viewers you're rolling for. Let's start out with you, Gimbal. Why should you be Stream MVP?
Yeah, I saw my friend Brim in trouble as he attacked his head, so I reduced his size and saved his life. Additionally, then, I, found a friend familiar size as me, someone else down to my level. So I also had a exploration moment with Finn when him and I went exploring and we found some scrolls of unknown origins. Oh, you know where they came from, I guess. Anyways, he also has an amulet that I'm going to check out for him. And that was a fun little exploration. And of course, Grim got back to normal size when he needed it. Perfectly planned again. And I'm in a lot of pain right now, so the vote would be nice.
Well played. All right, so Evelyn, who will Gimbal be rolling for? If you see your name pop up in the chat.
Extort 47.
All right, so Extort, you did not win yet. You know the drill here, my friend Mitch. So Mitch has won here before. So you will be rolled for by Gimbal. Let's go to Terry. Great job again tonight with Rin. Why should Rin be Stream MVP?
So Rin should be Stream MVP this week because he was able to answer all of Carl's life's questions about Pelor. And additionally, it seems that he may have converted Carl to be a Pelor follower, which is fantastic.
Bonus!
Bonus! hilarious.
Also, he checked to make sure that it was magically safe to attend to all of the valuables that were found underneath the stairs, and has 2 scrolls to benefit from that, and he's looking very much forward to reading what they say. And also lit up the room so that we knew something was attacking Brim, so that, of course, Gimbal could do something that saved us all. Additionally, the extra spells given to Brim, not once, not twice, but a couple times, I think kept him safe and helped him not die when he was struck by all of the lightning.
And Moose said you should win every time just because you're in Michigan. All right, so who will he be rolling for, Evelyn?
Okay, so Terry will be rolling for Antiquitas 2004.
Oh, let's go! Congratulations. All right, so you are in the running. And Antiquitas, longtime viewer, great friend and fan of the show, often a chatter, often a giver. And so we so appreciate that. Let's go to Lilith. Why should you be Stream MVP?
Lilith should be Stream MVP for razzing Brim, being the leader of our group, as per usual. Casting all, just doing her knowledge nature on the lay of the land, kind of curious as to why there is no animals during the day. Her moment with Brim about Millie and Shorewin, just remembering that, because in real time, it still hasn't been that long, and she's still mourning a death, and her husband and her horse leaving, so it's all sad things.
All sad things. No. Well.
Her continuous razzing of Brim with the Mr. Brim and the good old poke in the back with the bark skin, and pardon me, as she kind of went up to go do that, and just thinking on her feet to get the Elandra's rope to make sure that the group stayed together in darkness, and kind of thinking about a way of communicating without communicating as we kind of walk through.
Well done, as always. A lot of good stuff tonight, Lilith. Who is she rolling for, Vivi? Or Evelyn, rather?
Rolling for Roger.
Oh, Keith, congratulations. All right, so you're in the running. Now let's go to Brim. Why should you be Stream MVP?
Brim should be Stream MVP because he finally leaned into the whole taking charge route of things.
It was so surprising. Did anyone else? I did not see that coming.
You and me both, when we both talked about the feats for me to take at 1st or 2nd level, I was like, maybe I should take Inspiring Leader. Then I was like, haha, no, that makes no sense. But here we are. Being able to kind of take command, trying to think strategically on where everyone would be placed, trying to keep them from entering the bowels of the castle or whatever this is, the keep, but still they head in. His interaction with Lilith, being able to just hold her and kind of trying to make her laugh even in this hard moment, and kind of reminding her that we need to grieve, but right now maybe not so much. And then trying to pull the party forward, and then losing his strength towards the end as he turned into Yoda Brim. And then Yoda Brim trying to keep himself calm even though he sees his father across the boardwalk. And then him losing easily over half his HP when he started off at full for the first time in who knows how many sessions. But yeah. Also, a reminder for Lilith. Lilith also chewed out Gimbal for going after her pockets. It's another reason for her to be MVP.
Oh, that's a good point. Yes,
a tidbit of information that you did not know about Lilith.
Yeah, she snatched his hand. Well played. All right, so who will Brim be rolling for, Evelyn?
Josh will be rolling for Gronk at Candy.
Gronk, congratulations. And I know all these folks are on. I've seen them all chatting. Last but not least, why should Elandra be Stream MVP? Well, I mean, obviously, besides what happened there at the very end, which we still don't know the result of, but...
So Elandra should be Stream MVP for continuing to lean into her ranger skills, keeping a close eye on the tracks, and being the one to
kind of keep an eye out around the surroundings and paying close attention to Phineas and the way he's reacting to things. Also, being willing to, check for the traps so that the other members of the party could actually proceed forward, because she knows a thing or two about traps at being able to make them for hunting purposes. So she is at least familiar. And so, just making sure everybody's okay. That sweet stealth of 30, because she's very sneaky. And then, that little arrow.
Mm-hmm.
And the conversation with Phineas, because everybody needs to speak to their animals.
And making your DM, who had no intention of playing a dog tonight, didn't even cross my mind I would have to do that. That was, yeah.
But yes, my confirmed 20 double 20s.
All right. So tell us who you're rolling for, and then the you'll be able to vote, fans. And if you give MVP to any one of these players, they get 1,000 experience points. While she's doing this, Brim, we had a request from Antiquitous. We want to hear Yoda Brim one more time.
And Gronk has not said that if they're here or not yet.
Gronk,
so
are you on?
Please let us know if you're here. Still.
Gronk, if you can please let us know, so then you can be able to be entered into the chat. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, who are you rolling for, Evelyn?
I will be rolling for Captain Mimo.
Captain
Oh my gosh, he has been on fire lately. He has been in every giveaway we've had the last 3 weeks, which just shows you this is not rigged. You can win multiple times. We keep this open to everybody. So is Gronk on or no? I don't see Gronk.
I still haven't seen a response from.
All right, so let's do another one. Sorry, must be present to win. So Josh, you will have.
Rolling it again for Josh.
He is on a roll, Dave.
Ranger Harley.
Oh, Ranger Harley. We know he's on. Just saw him. All right, so let's do our roll off, and we'll start with you, Vivi, because you got to go.
Yes, yeah. I was like, let me roll first. So I'm rolling for Roger. I got an 18.
Oh, 18. All right, Vivi, thank you so much. Have a good night. We'll see you next time. And we've got your 18 for Roger.
I love you too.
Be safe.
I'm getting better at. No, I'm not getting better. There we go.
You are.
There is something.
You have to be confident in yourself. Every time you say you're not getting better, it gets all weird. But then when you're confident, it's a yes. See, there you go.
You
look at it.
Yeah, look at that.
Okay. All right. So Keith has an 18. Roger has an 18. All right. And then next, let's go to Rory. Who do you have?
That is a great
I
question.
have extort.
All right.
And
Here
that's
we go.
advantage, right?
Right. Yeah, he's a sub.
Close. I got a 15.
Okay, not good enough. All right. Sorry, Mitch, but he was close. Let's go to Terry.
Yeah.
I have Antiquitas.
Antiquitous. Come on, man. He's been here with us for a long time.
Here we go. All right, come on, Cozy. Come on, Cozy.
Come on, low
Cozy.
rolls.
Come on, Cozy.
Come on.
18.
Ooh!
That's a tie.
We have a tie.
gotta
Okay,
break it.
so
One of us gotta
Antiquitous and Roger, they're in a tie. Now let's go to Brim.
Brim is rolling for Ranger Harley with advantage.
That's an 18.
Oh, that's our first ever three-way. That's never happened before. All right.
Let's try and get to a 4-way.
All right. So Evelyn.
All right, I'm rolling for my morph.
I knew that it would end up this way, Terry.
That's a 10.
Okay.
Yeah, Josh, our first ever three-way. I'm ready.
All right. So I'm gonna have you.
He's coming up.
I'm gonna have you roll for Vivi, please.
Roger.
Yeah. So you roll for Vivi, which is for Roger, please, or Keith, and then we'll go around. You start us off. Roll for him again.
All right, so one die for all of us, right?
Right.
Yeah.
One die.
Roll
One
all
die
together?
now. It's all. They're all subs, so they all get one die.
All right, here we go. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
That's a 6.
18.
Ah.
2.
Keith, congratulations,
At least I beat
Roger!
freaking
You have a
Terry.
Captain
I'm sorry,
Cade
Ranger
Cardinal
Harley.
shirt coming, my friend. And it's not too late to vote for Stream MVP. Let me pull that up here real quick. And a reminder, tomorrow night, do not miss it. Our huge event, Lore Masters Arcanum, 5 o'clock Central. We have all the Illuminati, the brass from Tailspire, the tool that we've been featuring tonight. They're going to be on with us. Johnny Ree, Jason Roy, Chris Baggers, Head of Development. These are all the lead guys from Tailspire. They're going to be here with us tomorrow night at 5 o'clock Central on this channel. Then, right after that, we will raid into Jay. Lord Gazumba doing a Paizo era feature on Greyhawk. And he's got not just James Jacobs, he's got Jason Bullman, he's got Eric Mona from Paizo, and we'll raid right into him. So it's an amazing doubleheader. And our stream MVP is Brim! Let's go! Congratulations, Brim! Huzzah, 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 well done. So everybody, mark your calendar. Don't miss tomorrow night. Doubleheader, Tailspire, and then Legends and Lore with Lord Gazumba. Lore Masters Arcanum, Legends and Lore. Too much D&D for one night. Thank you to all of our players. Thank you to all of our viewers and our fans. We have one question for you. If you watched tonight and you didn't follow, or if you're a follower and you haven't subbed, or if you're a sub and your sub is expired, our one question for you is, what are you doing? Come on, give us a follow, give us a sub, some old school fun with new school tech here. Blue Box continuing to push the envelope on D&D and having a great time on Twitch. Great roleplay tonight, guys. You killed it, and we appreciate all of our viewers. And with that said, we're going to raid. And who is up for the raid tonight?
Don't forget Blue Box Con. The more the merrier.
Oh, yeah.
Please.
So Blue Box Con. Whoops, sorry, I gotta run this thing over the screen.
I want to meet all of you people.
All right. So can you put do you have the link for that?
If you guys go to our Instagram, our link tree is in the Instagram that has our website, but the website is BlueBoxRPG.com. We have our own website now, so if you go to BlueBoxRPG.com, you will find the sign-ups for Blue Box Con over there.
Somebody here told me I should do a website. I forget who that was.
It was Josh.
No.
That fellow down.
It was Terry. It was Terry. Terry, I asked Terry a few weeks ago, what's the one thing we should really do with Blue Box that would be better and different? He said, you guys need a website. And of course, now we have Danny Honeybee to thank, and of course, the whole team here. There's been a lot of help from others, and so thank you for that. All right, so we're going to raid tonight our friends over at Nightheart Gaming. Unless anyone sees someone else we should raid, I think raiding Nightheart is the right call. Looks like
Trollord is up right now with 3.
Who is?
Trollord Games.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Okay, so we've raided Nightheart a lot, and we love them. But let's go ahead and raid Trollord. I don't know why that's not popping up on my Trollord.
We gotta spread the love around a little bit, Josh.
There we go. All right, we're gonna raid Trollord Games. And yes,
just had a threesome, Josh.
we'll see what happens. Now, so everybody remember, think about those late, can we do that once or twice a month where we would go later? You can see tonight, like we were punching through, good viewer count. I know if we went an extra hour tonight, we would get up in the hundreds, and we would have lots of other raids and folks that could join us. People like Nightheart that go a little bit later. So, good night, Fraley. Good to see you, Patrick. And we're raiding the folks at Trollord Games. Pop in there. Give a hi to Steven and Chuck. They are sponsors of our channel. I don't think I mentioned them earlier. I should have. I think I popped them in chat. But yeah, Trollord Games, our second newest sponsor, and we really appreciate them. They are a great group, old school gamers, and we are raiding them now. 3, 2, 1, Blue Box out! And